Welcome into SportsLink Digital Radio. Evan Stowell alongside me this evening, Lucas Thatcher. Lucas, we have such an exciting matchup on hand this evening. The Ball State Cardinals are taking on, once again, Lewis, the number 14th ranked team in the country, Ball State number 9.
I mean, this was a great matchup last night, Evan, and tonight I expect no less. Last night we were treated to 4 sets of great volleyball. The Cardinals looked excellent in those last 3. That set 4 was fantastic, back and forth the entire way, and I think that Ball State coming off a big win last is going to have a bigger role tonight, and he really needs to step up if he's going to want to lead his team to victory.
On the other side of things, a team that looked really good in the non-conference, Lewis, they're 8-4 on the season, but 1-2 in MIVA play so far here to start, especially after the loss last night to Ball State. What can they do to course correct, and who's an impact player for them that can help this team get back on the right track?
Well, I've got my eye on Osano Goose. He was excellent last night for Lewis, even though they didn't get the win. He was consistently great throughout the entire match, ended with 19 kills, and he's been on fire recently, Evan. The match before that, he had 21 kills, and the match before that one, he had 21 kills again. So he's been on a bit of a hot streak, and has certainly been their best player for this this stretch of 3 matches. And I think tonight, if they're going to want to win, they can lean on him.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting matchup. It's Valentine's Day here at Worthen Arena. Don't go anywhere. Around the corner, the second matchup between these two teams. Number 9 Ball State takes on Lewis and the Flyers. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State SportsLink.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs.
Welcome back here to Worthen Arena on a Valentine's Day special. The Lewis Flyers come and visit the number 9 ranked Ball State Cardinals. The starting lineup for Lewis this evening: number 1, Frederick Kruger-Beer. Tyler Morgan will be the setter. Nico Paula, the libero. Max Rocky, the leading kill getter on the outside. Cole Sweetser and Osan Oguz also round out the lineup alongside Peter Wimoxel. For the Ball State Cardinals, Will Basilio, the freshman, gets his first start of the season alongside Rajay Aline, Lucas Machado, Lucas Pitlack, Patrick Rogers, Will Patterson, and in the middle, Braden Savitsky-Lynn. Lucas, a couple of new faces in this Ball State starting lineup. A few injuries have kind of caught the bug of the Cardinals team this year. Aaron Hernandez, Eyal Rawwitz, Vanis Buckholz, and then last night, Tinashe and Dabazocheva all inactive this evening.
Well, I think that with these injuries that the Ball State Cardinals have, it's given us an opportunity to see just how deep this Cardinals team is, and it is extremely deep. They have depth all the way to the end of the bench with players with so much talent, and these guys waiting for their opportunity to step up. Some of these new faces are going to get it here tonight.
Yeah, last night the Ball State Cardinals took down Lewis in the first of this matchup here at Worthen Arena. The Cardinals ranked number 9, Lewis number 14. The Cardinals extended their record to 9-3 on the season. The Flyers are 8-4. We're awaiting first serve here. Ball State looked really slow in set number 1 an evening ago. They lost that one and then followed that up with 3 straight sets where they looked dominant. The leading kill getter a night ago was a tie between Rajay Aline and Patrick Rogers for the Cardinals, and it wasn't even close on the other side of the thing for Lewis. Osan Oguz had 19 kills for the Flyers, as we are just awaiting the referee's whistle here as we are waiting to get underway. This is going to be an exciting matchup. It's a top 15 matchup. A lot of fans here in Worthen Arena tonight. A lot of people choosing to spend their Valentine's Day weekend here in Muncie. Although they're starting their Valentine's Day weekend here in Muncie with a Valentine's Day Classic at their Worthen Arena Mecca.
2 of those people being me and you, Evan.
Well, Lucas, we're lucky enough to get to spend it together. I know we already had plans to, but now we get to call a volleyball game, and there's nothing wrong with that. Lucas Machado will start on the left side of the chalk for the Cardinals at the service line. Machado's been fabulous back there all season. He's got 14 aces on the year. His first delivery, a good one. Bumped up into the air by Lewis. It goes over to Oguz on the other side. A good hit there and a good strike for the senior. Osan Oguz gets it started with a kill.
And that's the guy that the Lewis Flyers really need to go to if they want to get a win here tonight against the Cardinals. He's been excellent over these last 3 matches, and starting off here tonight with a kill.
The opposite from Bursa Turkey starts the Flyers off with a good point here in set 1. 1-0 now the score. Back at the service line, it's Tyler Morgan. Morgan delivers it over. Bumped up into the air by Pitlack. Cross court over to P-Rod. P-Rod gets blocked at the net, but it'll go out of bounds, and the Cardinals will take their first point of set number 1.
Maybe the biggest reason that the Cardinals controlled the match last night was because they won the battle up front at the net. 10 blocks for the Cards last night compared to 5 for the Flyers.
Yeah, that was a big turning point for the Cards yesterday when they finally got their middles going. Patrick Rogers now back doing the serving for the Cardinals. Rogers' serve gets over. It's a good one. It's dipped up. Now it's set up to the far side. Paula Ozuz has to just kind of push it over. Now Machado sets up Aline. Aline at the net is blocked. A little mishandle there from Ozan Oguz once again. And a block from Braden Savitsky-Lynn. Cardinals take point 2.
Savitsky-Lynn continues to be an impactful player for the Cards up front. In that middle, has been terrific last night and continuing that here tonight. 2-1 Cards.
Rogers continues to serve. He's been inconsistent from the line this year. A lot of aces, but a lot of errors as well. This one is going to be an error. That one will travel over the white line on the far side of the court towards the student section before heading out of bounds. 2-2 now the score in set 1.
Rogers' approach towards serving is high risk, high reward. He usually ends up with an ace or a service error.
Rogers has 39 service errors on the season coming into today. That was number 40. 17 aces as well. This is an error back the other way from the Flyers. Max Rocky tried to go with some precision, couldn't get that one to dip in bounds, so the point will go to the Cards. And Braden Savitsky-Lynn now will head back to the service line. Ball State in their red out uniforms, working from left to right here if you're looking at them towards the Coach Donen Cruz side. Savitsky-Lynn serve gets it over the white tape, bumped up into the air. That's going to be an ace for the middle blocker. Braden Savitsky-Lynn, what a serve. That had some good dip to it.
Braden Savitsky-Lynn, only a sophomore, still has a couple years ahead of him, and Ball State fans are excited to have him around.
Just his second ace on the season. The Cardinals now have a 4-2 lead here in set 1. Savitsky-Lynn's second serve gets over. This one bumped up into the air by Paula. Cross court, it's going to go to Oguz. A little behind the play is Rocky. Rocky hits it over. Good dig there by Savitsky-Lynn. Now Rajay Aline comes in, blocked at the net by Oguz. Set up by Machado. Machado goes to Patterson. Good hit over, but good control here, and a free ball over from Lewis. Now Savitsky-Lynn bumps it to Machado. Set for Patterson. Patterson, can he keep it in? He cannot. It'll barely go out towards the white line on the right side of the court, and that will be a point for Lewis. A good opportunity for Ball State in the system. We'll see if head coach Donen Cruz wants to challenge.
And I like Patterson being aggressive there, as last night he had a great offensive night, stepping up in a big way.
And head coach Donen Cruz will go with the challenge card. It looked like Patrick Rogers and Will Patterson immediately turned around after that last play and told their coach to challenge it. So an official review is underway. But Lucas, this allows us a little bit of time to talk about last night's matchup. I liked a lot of what Lewis did in set 1. What was some of the reason they kind of trailed away in sets 2, 3, and 4?
Well, I think Ball State just kind of refound the team that they have been all season, and they played their game and they controlled the pace. They're in their home stadium, the Cardinals are, and the Flyers are in a hostile territory. I don't think they expected to come in with as much success as they did in set 1, and were a bit surprised by that and weren't able to maintain that throughout the rest of the match. I think they played well in set 4, but not well enough to beat the Cards.
And that review was successful, so a good challenge from head coach Donen Cruz. Will Patterson will be attributed with the kill. Braden Savitsky-Lynn will head back for the 3rd time in a row to do the serving. Good challenge from Donen Cruz. Way to trust his players on that occasion. Donen Cruz in his 4th season with the Cardinals knows a thing or two about winning. Savitsky-Lynn's serve barely gets over the white tape. It's almost free-balled over, but here comes Oguz. Oguz is blocked at the net. Will Patterson and Braden Savitsky-Lynn tried to save it, couldn't do so, ran into their coach. That's a point for Lewis.
Cruz hustling to get out of the way of his players, trying to give him an opportunity to keep that ball alive. Unfortunately, not able to do it there.
No, they weren't able to do it, and that'll send Peter Womaxel to the service line on the far right side of the court, right by the Ball State E on the far logo. Womaxel's serve gets over, bumped up into the air by Rogers, set by Machado, cross court to Basilio. Basilio's shot is blocked. Now it's hit up in the air for the middle blocker, Rocky. Rocky with a good hit. Ball State saves it. Cross court, Aline. Aline gets this one down, but it looks like they're going to say he was in the net, so that's an error on the Cardinals. Point goes to Lewis.
I was going to say it looked like that was 4 hits, and the bench for Lewis agreed with me on that, and eventually the rest did as well. A little bit late with that call, but eventually got to it.
4-3 now, 5-4 now the score. Ball State with the advantage. Womaxel's serve gets over, but Lucas Pitlack smartly lets it go as that's a service error, so the Cardinals will take the point. 6-4 now the score here in set 1.
And that's one of the things that the 5th year does best. Lucas Pitlack has such a great eye for when serves are going to be out of bounds. Another successful play right there by Pitlack.
Rajay Aline heads to the service line. 8 aces on the season, 24 service errors. Aline's serve Gets over, bumped up into the air by Rocky. Rocky now to the middle blocker, Womaxel, but that one will go out of bounds. Actually, that was Frederick Kruger-Beer who couldn't keep it in. The Cards will take the point. Aline will stay at the line.
Good opportunity for Kruger-Beer there in good positioning, just not able to put it down. A little too much on that one.
7-4 now, the Ball State advantage. Aline with his signature 3 dribbles before he does his serve. Puts it up in the air, gets it over the tape. It goes to Nico Paula, the setter. They get it cross court to Womaxel. Womaxel's blocked at the net by Will Patterson and Lucas Machado. They're going to be attributed with a block apiece, and the Cardinals are going to take a 4-point advantage. 8-4 now the score.
Evan, before the match last night, you and I were a little bit concerned about the net play for the Cardinals with a few injuries, specifically to Vanis Buchholz. But last night, they were terrific up front, and tonight, they're continuing that success.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt when you have a guy like Will Patterson, who's 6'10", in the middle, roaming the court for you. Rajay Aline's next serve, not even close. That one heads towards Charlie Cardinal in the student section. He was able to duck out of the way, but Lewis will take the point. 8-5 now the Cardinal lead.
But Charlie looked really unfazed there. Didn't appear to move at all.
Well, you got to remember, birds have better reflexes than us, Lucas. He wasn't worried about it. He can fly right out of the way. Now heading back to the service line, Osano Guz on the left side, serving near his own bench. Throws it up in the air. This one has a lot of power. Can't get it over the net. The Cards, once again, will take a point in the service errors right now. A big disparity. The Cardinals with 2, Lewis with 4.
And if you're trailing in a set, you do not want to get service errors because that doesn't give you an opportunity to come back and rally off some points.
Now the freshman Will Basilio will be at the line. Basilio serve a good one. This one dips over. It's set up into the air for Rocky. Rocky comes in with a lot of power and puts that one into the middle of the court in a place where a Cardinal couldn't get to it. Lewis takes the point, and Max Rocky gets his first kill here in set 1.
Rocky had 11 kills last night. One of the leaders just behind Oguz in kills on the season for them. Has been a terrific player all year long.
Cole Sweetser now will head to the service line. Sweetser serve for Lewis, gets over, bumped up by Pitlack, set by Machado. He goes cross court and back to Basilio. Basilio free balls it over. Machado knocks it with the left hand but can't keep it in bounds. That one will trail over the line and the point will go to Lewis. Still at the line is Cole Sweitzer. His serve over, bumped up into the air by Basilio. Now it goes Machado. Machado for the opposite, Rajay Aline. Aline can't keep it in, but I think they're going to say it goes off of Frederick Kruger-Beer's right hand, so the Ball State Cardinals will take the point off the deflection. And a good play there from Rajay Aline, who I thought hit that with a little too much power. Now Will Patterson back to serve for the Cards. Gets this one over. It's bumped up by Cole Sweitzer, but he can't control it. So Will Patterson will take the service ace. What a play there from number 21. His 3rd ace on the season.
Yeah, a little rare for Will Patterson because he's not exactly a guy who tries to go for service aces. Just tries to get the ball in play and wants to keep it alive for his team, but a rare ace for him there.
Patterson's next one, as you jinx him, immediately heads into the net for a Ball State service error. 11-8 now, the Cards lead in set 1. Now Frederick Kruger-Beer heads back to do the serving for Lewis. The 6'3" freshman middle blocker. It's been good on the season. He has 4 service aces so far. Gets this one over to Basilio. Basilio bumps it up for Machado. Now coming in with the play is Braden Savitsky-Lynn, and that one was too easy. It's nice to be set up like that from Lucas Machado.
It absolutely is, and that's exactly what you want to do for your offense if you're the Ball State Cardinals. Easy points like that are a great way to get victories.
Now the sophomore setter and the lefty will head back towards his left side to do the serving. He gets this one over, barely gets over the tape, and that's a service ace from Lucas Machado. Kind of like in ping pong when you barely get it over. He froze the Lewis opponents and he gets the ace.
A little lucky there, but hey, the Cardinals are definitely going to take that. Lucas Machado is more than just a setter. He is all over the court and impacts the game in every way.
He sure does, and we're going to take a quick break after that Lucas Machado ace. The Ball State Cardinals lead here in set number 1, 13-8. Don't go anywhere. We have the remainder of this match only on SportsLink Digital Radio.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Welcome back here to Worthen Arena. Evan Stowell alongside me, Lucas Thatcher. Set number 1 so far is going the way of the Ball State Cardinals as this men's volleyball matchup for the second day in a row against number 14 Lewis for the number 9 Cardinals. Looks good so far here in set number 1, Lucas.
For the Cardinals it does, but for Lewis they seem a little tired and did not have as much energy as they did in set 1 last night.
Lucas Machado still at the service line. Nico Paula bumps it up into the air for Max Rocky. Rocky can't keep this one in play, and the Ball State Cardinals will take the point. 14-8 now the score. They're arguing with the referees, and it looks like head coach for the Lewis Flyers is heading over there talking about potentially challenging it, and he is. Head coach Dan Friend is going to challenge that one. The Flyers immediately turned to their coach and said, hey, we think that one's a deflection.
Yeah, immediately I saw Rocky and Wimoksel celebrate after that play, convinced that there was definitely a touch and it was going to be called, and as soon as it wasn't, they were surprised. So no surprise here that we're going to get a challenge.
Yeah, Lucas, I think my favorite thing about men's volleyball is how they always try to play it off like it's their point, and both teams do it anytime it's even remotely close, like they're not going to review it anyway. But it's exciting. But so far here in set number 1, the Cardinals do look to be in control. They've just come out with a lot more energy.
Absolutely, and I think that that's what you want to see if you're Coach Donan Cruz, especially after last night where the Cardinals came out definitely flat-footed and not looking like their usual selves. We're able to definitely dominate and control the rest of that match, but usually Ball State comes out pretty strong in the first set, especially when they're in their home arena.
And it's kind of cool to see the future of the Cardinals getting to play. You know, you talk about Vanis Buckholz getting a lot of minutes, and Tinashe and Davazocheva, as we see the referee makes the decision. He does award the point to the Lewis Flyers, so 13-9, the point flips over to Lewis, and heading back to the service line will be Tyler Morgan.
So far, each teams have been successful with their first challenges, and most of those challenges were pretty quick to look at the review and determine which side should get the point.
Means it's probably not all that close when it doesn't take them more than 35 seconds to make a call. Tyler Morgan at the service line. His serve is over. It's bumped up by Basilio. It's set by Machado. He goes to Patrick Rogers. Rogers with a little tip over, gets this one to fall to the hardwood, and Patrick Rogers takes point 14.
Patrick Rogers is such a great player for the Cardinals because he can do just about anything. He gets aces, he gets digs, blocks, kills. He does everything for this Ball State team.
Patrick Rogers heads to the service line. He gets this one to stay in. Nico Paula saves it and digs it up off the court. Now it goes to Max Rocky. Rocky can't keep this one in play. It goes out towards the left side, towards the fans sitting on the court. And the Ball State Cardinals will take point 15. 15-9 now the score here, set 1.
Ball State looks a lot more comfortable than Lewis does. If you're the Flyers, you need to find a way to get into a groove.
Patrick Rogers at the line. High serve, throws this one up into the air. It's bumped up by Paula, set by Rocky. Far side owes Goose, and this one is a fantastic kill. And on that occasion, that was actually Schweitzer who was able to come in and get the kill. And Lewis cuts the differential now down to just 5.
Down just 5. If you're Lewis, you can rattle off some points here. You could potentially come back and take this first set.
At the line is Max Rocky, far left side. Rocky's serve kind of floats over the middle. Patrick Rogers bumps it up, and now it goes to Braden Savitsky-Lynn, who hammers it home. 16-10 now the score. Ball State leads by 6.
That was so clean by the Cardinals. Rogers received it extremely well. Straight to Machado, who set it up perfectly for Braden Savitsky-Lynn. Put it down, point Ball State. Evan, it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, in-system bump, set, kill. Good play on that occasion for the Cardinals, and that will send number 19, Braden Savitsky-Lynn, back to the service line. Savitsky-Lynn's serve gets over. Bumped up by Rocky. Set far side for Oguz, and Oguz keeps this one in. Osan Oguz gets his second kill of set one, and he gives the Flyers their 11th point. 16-11 now, the Ball State lead. Checking in to do the serving for the Flyers is going to be the sophomore outside hitter, Daniel Haber. Haber's serve. Gets over the tape, finds the hands of Will Basilio. Basilio, tries to free ball it over, but that was an easy kill for Frederick Kruger-Beer. Basilio couldn't keep it on their side of the net, and that's the easiest kill that the middle blocker is going to have all day.
Yeah, Kruger-Beer had a great opportunity there to get an easy kill. Definitely took advantage of it. Great point for the Flyers.
And the junior middle blocker, not the sophomore. The junior outside hitter, not the sophomore outside hitter. Daniel Haber gets this one over, and that's an ace. And Haber's able to keep that in, and just like that, Lewis is right back into set number one, 16-13. 2 straight points here for the Flyers.
Looked a bit awkward coming off the hands of Haber there, and then Rogers just seemed a little flat-footed. Got caught. Point goes to the Flyers.
Haber now hoping to get that done again. Hits it over. Pitlack's able to dig it up. Machado goes opposite. Rajay Aline can't get it over the candy cane. And the Ball State Cardinals will drop another point, or they're going to get the point. They're going to get Lewis on a net infraction, I believe, so Ball State will take the point, and Rajay Aline will head to the service line.
At first I thought Rajay was upset with himself for not getting that one over, but then I could tell that he was actually celebrating getting that point.
A very quiet leader for this Ball State team. Aline, now the senior transfer, gets this one over. But this one is an easy kill for Will Patterson. A free ball over off of a bad dig from Max Rocky, and an easy kill for number 21.
Those are the plays where, as a volleyball player, especially as a middle blocker, your eyes just widen up. You see that this is an easy chance to make a big play, and Patterson executed.
Never a bad day when you get a free chance to slam it into the floorboards, and that's exactly what the sophomore Will Patterson was able to do. Rajay Aline's serve. Not a very good one, as this one was trying to go right side coffin corner. Couldn't keep it in. Point goes to Lewis. 14-18 now is the deficit that Lewis has to face in set number one. Serving will be Osan Oguz. Oguz can pretty much do it all for this team. He's an excellent server, gets a lot of kills and several blocks a game. Oguz gets it over, bumped up into the air by Rogers, set by Machado, cross court. Patterson nails that one into the ground, and the Cardinals shut that rally down right away. 19-14 now the lead.
Another quick Ball State point, and another play where it's just bump, set, and kill.
Will Basilio will head to the service line. The freshman from Ontario, Canada, has 3 aces on the season. Gets this one over. Bumped up into the air by Paula. Now cross-court middle. Max Rocky blocked at the line by Machado and Patterson. And those two come together on the line once again and get the point.
Last night, you and I talked a lot about Lucas Machado, Evan, and how great he is. And he's just so impactful for this team. You called him the Swiss Army knife, and I couldn't agree anymore.
It doesn't get much more versatile than the sophomore setter, Lucas Machado. Will Basilio, his serve. Gets over it. Now Oguz has an opportunity in system, but a great dig on the backcourt by Basilio. Cam Gray tries to get there to dig it up, but a good block from Oguz, and the point will go right back to Lewis. 20-15 now the Ball State advantage. Great block there. That was Max Rocky and Oguz that came together. Cole Sweetser will come in once again to do the serving. He already has an ace here in set number one. His serve gets over. Basilio bumps it into the air. Set by Machado. Opposite side, Rajay Aline. His one is blocked, but it's into the stands. And Rajay Aline will get the kill. That's his fourth of set number one, and Ball State's 21st point. And now everyone's favorite player, Xander Pink, will come in to do the serving. Xander Pink, just the 5'7" defensive specialist / libero from Hawaii. No aces on the season so far. He has a good float serve. It gets over. Now bumped up in the air. It's an opportunity for Rocky. Rocky gets it over. It's bumped up by Aline. Now it goes for Will Basilio. Comes in from the back row with some power and gets the kill. The freshman with a lot of oomph on that one.
Yeah, Basilio's athleticism is outstanding and allows him to rise really high to get these kills for the Cardinals.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the last few points of set number 1. The Ball State Cardinals lead here in men's volleyball against the number 14 Flyers, 22-15. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Welcome back to Worthen Arena, a 22-15 set 1 lead for the Ball State men's volleyball team, ranked number 9 in the country, taking on the number 14 visiting Lewis Flyers. A bad set number 1 an evening ago, but Lucas, they've turned it around here, 22-15, a strong lead.
Absolutely. They look really comfortable right now and only 3 points away from taking this set number 1.
Xander Pink still at the service line for the Cards. Good float serve, goes to the left side, bumped up in the air by Paula. Cross court to Rocky. Rocky blocked at the net by Savitsky, Lynn, and Machado, but it falls on the wrong side of the tape for the Cardinals, and the point will go to the Flyers.
Volleyball is a game of inches. Sometimes just the furthest, just the littlest movement of your hand can be the difference between a point for you or a point for the other team.
Coming in to do the serving now for the Flyers is Tyler Walenga. Walenga, the outside hitter, 6'2" from Frankfort, Illinois. A serving specialist at this point in the season. Walenga's serve is a good one, dips low. Pitlack able to dig it up. It goes to Savitsky Lynn. He's blocked at the net by Oguz. Now they're going to go back to Savitsky Lynn. He finds a hole in the defense and gets a kill. Excellent setup there from Lucas Machado. The Cardinals 2 points away from claiming set 1.
And that's what you get with Lucas Machado, is consistency. Last night he actually had a couple of kills, but what he's best at and what he usually does is set up his teammates perfectly.
Machado heads back towards the service line. Number 9 loves to do that. He has 14 aces on the season. The lefty barely gets it over the white tape. He does, though. Nico Paula sets it up. Cross court. Rocky with power gets that one to slam to the floorboards. And that's a much-needed point for the Flyers.
Max Rocky can really, really blast some volleyballs down to the ground. And Evan, if I was down there, I would just probably avoid being anywhere near where the ball's going.
I believe it was Lucas Machado that got hit in the stomach with one of Rocky's hits yesterday, and that did not look like it felt very good. The serve here from Morgan gets over. Cross court, Aline with power. Gets that one to fall, and the Cardinals fans are going to get up and start chirping.
Goodness gracious, Rajay Aline. That was a missile.
Set point now here in Worthen. Set number 1 about to go to the Cardinals. 24-17 is the lead. And who else but your leader, the junior Patrick Rogers, heads back towards the service line. Rogers serve. A good one, barely gets over the tape. Bump up in the air by Paula. Cross court, they go to Oguz. Oguz blocked at the line. Paula once again, this time he goes with Rocky. Rocky tries to free ball it over, he's blocked. They save it once again. Rocky with some power, but blocked by Savitsky Lynn. And set number 1 goes to the Ball State Cardinals.
Braden Savitsky Lynn, only a sophomore, continues to impress me with his excellent play at the net. Right there, securing a set 1 victory for his team.
And we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have set number 2. The Cardinals take set number 1 in this top 15 matchup, 25-17. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Ball State men's volleyball, only on SportsLink Digital Radio.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Set number one between the top 15 matchup as the number 9 but Ball State Cardinals host the number 14 Lewis Flyers goes to the Cardinals. Evan Stowell, Lucas Thatcher. Lucas, that was a pretty convincing set one win for the Cards.
The Cardinals just looked comfortable the whole way through, controlling the pace, and really they had a lot of success attacking, especially when comparing that to Lewis. Hitting percentage for each team, Ball State hitting .524 and Lewis only hitting .143. The Flyers had 6 attacking errors in that first set. Ball State only had 2. That has kind of been the difference so far, Evan.
Yeah, you can't beat yourself if you want to beat a top team like Ball State, especially on the road. They looked good in set 1 yesterday, but since then, sets 2, 3, and 4 in the match yesterday, and then set 1 in the match today have looked like the Ball State Cardinals are in cruise control. They're missing some of their best players, and they're still playing really well as set number 2 is about to get underway. The Cards now switch sides of the court. They move to the right, and they're all red uniforms. Lewis and they're all left, and they're all white uniforms move to the left. Rajay Aline, our impact player from set number 1, only had 3 kills, with Patrick Rogers as well having 3 kills. Braden Savitsky-Lynn had 4 kills for the Cardinals. The middle blocker stepping in for Vanis Buckholz as the starter, playing very well. Set number 2 now will start with Tyler Morgan at the service line for the Lewis Flyers. Morgan's serve barely gets over the tape, dips into the hands of Will Basilio. Set up opposite side. Rajay Aline with power as that one heads into the stands. Tough to block a shot like that. Rajay Aline shot that one out of a cannon.
Wow. That had some velocity going into the stands. I was a little worried someone was going to get hit in the face, but good reflexes out here from these Ball State fans.
Yeah, and really good sportsmanship there from Aline, who made sure Max Rocky was okay after getting hit really hard, I think, in the face with that one. As Lucas Machado now heads back to the service line. Machado goes with a drop serve. That one just barely gets over. Now we can see a good play by Womaxel. Womaxel can't get it over. Cross court, they go Oguz. Now they're going to get to Machado. Machado goes in the middle. Savitsky-Lynn taps it over barely. Savitsky-Lynn set up for a powerful kill and gets that one to fall to the floorboards.
That takes a lot of athleticism to be able to jump up as high as you can, have to come back down, and then immediately jump up as high as you can again. And Savitsky-Lynn did it right there, able to secure the second straight straight point to start out this second set for the Cards.
Yeah, Peter Womaxel for the Flyers tried to get crafty. Savitsky Lin was not fooled, and he gets the kill. Second straight serve here from Machado. Set up, bump to Womaxel. Womaxel finds the space in the Cardinals defense, hits that one right towards Machado, gets the kill. Heading back to the service line now will be Max Rocky for the Flyers.
And a great play like that from the Flyers. A quick one that might allow them to settle in here a little bit and kind of take control here in set number 2, because they certainly need it.
Max Rocky heads to the service line. Rocky gets this one over, but it won't stay in bounds. They thought it was an ace. Ball State's Lucas Pitlack smartly moved out of the way as that one just tailed off towards the white line a little too far. Ball State takes the point, 3-1 here, set number 2. They lead the match 1-0.
That was a rocket as well, so that speed to be able to identify how that ball is going. Lucas Pitlack, so impressive.
Patrick Rogers now comes in, and that's a service error. We talked about it a lot yesterday. We've only touched on it today, but he's kind of a risk back there, Lucas. He has a lot of errors on the season, but he also has a lot of aces. He's one of the Cardinals' leading ace getters. It's just kind of a risk when he's back there.
Well, I mean, it's high risk, high reward. It's go big or go home with Patrick Rogers when it comes to the service line.
42nd service error on the season, that last one. Now heading back to the service line for the Flyers is Peter Womaxel. He gets it over. Pitlack easily bumps it up. Machado sets up Patrick Rogers from the back row. They cannot get the kill. Now it'll be bumped over by Rocky. Set up from Machado into the middle once again for Rogers. Can he keep it in? The refs say no. That one goes out of bounds off of an attack error from Patrick Rogers. Tied up 3-3 here in set 2.
Excellent play by Max Rocky to be able to get out of the way of that and let that one go out of bounds. That's why the Lewis Flyers are now tied up 3-3. Evan, it looks like Lewis is kind of settling into their game a little bit more here in set 2.
It does. It looks like they're starting to get comfortable as Peter Womaxel's second straight serve. This one, a bad bump in the air by Lucas Pitlack. Kind of just a little simple error there, as that one's going to be a reception error from the libero.
And that's something that's going to happen time and time. When you do something 1,000 times, you're going to just not think about it, and right there, not thinking enough. Off the fingertips awkwardly.
Peter Womaxel, his serve gets over the tape. This one a good bump from Pitlack. Now it goes Aline opposite. Aline keeps it in. Not enough power to really suppress Lewis, though. It's going to go cross-court to Osan Oguz, and he gets the kill. Coming in from that right side towards the head official. Great kill from the excellent outside hitter.
Yeah, he's a high flyer, and when he gets going, he is dangerous.
The serve gets over to Pitlack. Now set up by Machado in the middle. Braden Savitsky Lin, too much power. And the Cardinals get point number 4. They now just trail by 1. The Flyers lead 5-4 here in set 2.
If you're Donan Cruz, that has to be the best feeling in the world, and that your team goes out there and executes your game plan perfectly. That's just a bump, set, and spike.
Braden Savitsky Lin now heads back to the service line. His one gets over for Max Rocky. Rocky gets to the middle, and this is set up. Lucas Machado able to save it. It's going to go cross-court to Aline. Aline with a little power, tries to find room in the campfire. Can't do it. Bumped up into the air, far side, Rocky. This one bumped up by Machado. Now it's set by Braden Savitsky Lin. Rajay Aline finds space, goes off of the tip, but Max Rocky saves it in the back row. Now they're going to go cross-court for Sweetser. Sweetser blocked at the net by Will Patterson. The 6'10 middle blocker getting it done.
Cardinals had numbers there, 3v1. Schweitzer going up against Aline, Patterson, and Machado, not able to get it over. Cardinals' strength in numbers.
Picking up steam for BSU, and he will serve.
Now Savitsky Lin at the service line. He gets this one over. Rocky bumps it in the air. Set right back for Rocky. Rocky trying to find space in the Ball State defense. Can't do it. They save it. Rajay Aline now hits it, and that one's going to go out towards the left. And that's another kill for the Cardinals. This time Rajay Aline getting it done.
Excellent hustle from Nico Paula, diving in to the scores table over there, trying to keep that play alive. Excellent hustle from their libero.
The Cards now take the lead here in set 2. They lead the match so far 1-0. 6-5 now is their lead in set 2, as this one's a service error from Braden Savitsky Lin. It'll tie things back up at 6. Heading back to the line now, Osan Oguz will be the server for Lewis. His high throw into the air, gets it down, gets it over the tape. Now bumped up Machado. Machado back to Will Patterson. Patterson comes in, gets the kill. Too much for the freshman Frederick Kruger-Beer to handle. The Cards will take the point.
Well, Kruger-Beer was there and actually made a great attempt at blocking that one, but it ended up on the wrong side of the net for him. Cardinals able to take the lead. Only by one, though, here in set 2.
Rajay Aline now heads back to the service line for the Cards. Looking for ace number 9 on the season here. Aline gets this one over the tape. Did it stay in? It did not. That one just barely goes out. He hit that one with some real power, but the point will go to the Flyers.
That one was real close. Just looked like it was barely out.
Cole Schweitzer now back at the service line for the Flyers. 7-7 is the score in set 2. The Cards lead the match 1-0. Schweitzer, his serve, a good one. Patrick Rogers, into the air, Machado. Machado to Will Patterson. That one looked like it bounced off the hands of Frederick Kruger-Beer. They say it didn't, and the point will go to Lewis.
I also thought that one went off some Lewis fingers, but apparently it did not, as no challenge from Coach Cruz.
Cole Schweitzer still at the service line. Schweitzer's serve, this one does not get over. It's a service error, and the point will go to the Ball State Cardinals. 8-8 the score here in set 2. Back and forth so far here as both teams try to win the race to 15. Will Basilio, the freshman, on the far left side of the court to do the serving. Basilio's serve, a good one. It's bumped up into the air by Lewis. Cross court in the back row is Oguz. Now it's bumped up. Machado, he goes to Basilio. Basilio, powerful hit, good dig in the back row. Now it goes Max Rocky. Rocky free balls it over in the left corner. Basilio diving, saves it, keeps it in bounds. Patrick Rogers, strong hit from the back row, but a good play from Nico Paula, the libero. Now they go left side to Rocky. Rocky gets it over with a touch. They're able to save it as Cam Gray digs it up off the court and gets it over. They free ball it back over. Once again, the Cards save it, but I think they're going to say one too many hits, as that was 4 hits for the Cardinals. And in a back and forth rally, the Flyers take point 9.
I'd say that's certainly the best volley that we've seen here tonight or last night. What an excellent display of volleyball between these two teams.
Great effort from both squads. Back to the lead in set 2. Go the Flyers, 9-8 the lead. Frederick Kruger-Beer, the middle blocker, will head to the service line. Kruger-Beer with a soft serve over. Lucas Pitlack bumps it in the air. Machado goes opposite. Rajay Alini comes sliding into the left and gets that kill to fall. Gets that hit to fall for a kill, rather. 9-9 the score. The Cardinals tie it up.
I can feel that the Lewis bench was starting to pick up a little bit of energy, starting to get a little bit of momentum, and just like that, Rajay Aline just takes it from him, and now the Cardinals have a bit of momentum on their side.
Yeah, the Lewis Flyers kind of felt like a steamboat. Rajay Aline pouring water all over it. Nico Paula now bumps it into the air for the Flyers after the service receive. We see blocked at the net is Rocky, but Machado hits it out of bounds towards the scores table. The point will fall to the Flyers. Good play there from Max Rocky, hit it with a lot of power.
And these past few points are kind of reminiscent of what we saw in set 4, where it was just back and forth, neither team giving an inch. And I would not be upset if that was what set 2 looked like for the rest of this,
yes,
for the remainder of the set.
Yeah, set 4 a night ago was just like this one, back and forth. The Flyers now get it over. Pitlack into the air. Machado sets it up, cross court. Rogers gets this one to fall into the left side, and Patrick Rogers gets the kill. 10-10 now. The Cards tie it right back up.
Excellent play by Patrick Rogers. When the Ball State Cardinals need a point, they can always rely on number 20.
Yes, they can, and they can also normally rely from the service line on number 9. Lucas Machado, the lefty, heads back there to do the serving. He gets this one over. Nico Paula bumps it into the air. Now it's set cross court for Oguz. Oguz gets it. Machado now delivers. Now Cam Gray sets up Aline. Aline with a strong hit into the middle, but well saved originally. I thought the Flyers saved it, but they're going to blow the whistle and say it hit the floor. Powerful kill from Rajay Aline.
I thought they saved it there just barely, but that must have gotten some floor. Either way, an excellent play to even be able to get a hand on that powerful Rajay Aline attack.
That did look like they saved it, but the refs say no, and you can't review that one. So the Cards will take the point. 11-10 now the lead. Good, powerful serve from Lucas Machado. Set up, far side, left side, it's Oguz. Oguz is blocked at the net by Braden Savitsky-Lynn. Good, powerful save as it goes over to Rocky. Rocky free balls it over. Bumped up into the air by Rogers. Set right back for Rogers. Rogers can't get a fingertip on it, and that one will roll out of bounds towards the right side. The Flyers will take the point.
Usually the sure and steady setter, Lucas Machado, is right on the money right there. Just put it too high for Patrick Rogers to get. And again, Evan, we are back and forth here in set 2.
Yeah, Lucas Machado has a plethora of options in his arsenal from the service line. He didn't get the ball over with too much power on that last occasion. Now Max Rocky at the service line for the Flyers keeps that one in, and that's going to be an ace. That's something we saw happen a couple of times last night. Lucas Pitlack tends to let those balls go out of bounds if they're even close, but that one found its way in.
Yeah, it did. That one had some room in there, too, so probably, actually definitely one Pitlack should have gone after.
12-11 now, the Flyers lead set 2. The Cards lead 1-0. This is a service error from Max Rocky. Just lost control of that serve a little bit as that hit the right side candy antenna there. 12-12 now the score. Ball State ties it right back up.
That's a frustrating service errors for the Flyers when you're trailing by 1 set and it's back and forth, it's this close, and you're against this good of a Ball State team.
Pat Rogers now doing the serving for the Cards. Gets this one over, a good powerful serve to the right side. It's set up to the cross court. This goes to Schweitzer. Schweitzer is blocked at the line. Basilio saves it. Machado in the middle of the court comes in. Patrick Rogers set up beautifully. And a powerful hit to the floorboards will give the Cardinals a kill. Patrick Rogers needed that to happen. He's had kind of a slow start here in set 1 and 2. Big kill for P-Rod.
Absolutely, but he is a guy that Ball State can always rely on, and he's somebody who stays active throughout the entirety of a match.
Kill number 4 in set 2 for Patrick Rogers. His serve does not get over, so that's a service error. And just like that, we're back to being tied up, 13-13 the score. This is just a back and forth sort of set. Peter Womaxel now will head back to the service line. Both of these teams trying to win the first of 15 to get to the media timeout. Womaxel gets this over with a low floating serve. Machado, opposite side, Aline. Aline tries to go with a little finesse, and he's able to get it in there. The Cardinals 14-13 now lead.
And that finesse attack is something that Patrick Rogers had a lot of success with last night. Rajay Aline doing the same thing there. And when you don't need to hit it as hard as you can just get a little bit of finesse, and that will work sometimes, Evan, as it did right there.
The sophomore middle blocker, Braden Savitsky-Lin, already has an ace in this match. We'll see what he can do here. The Cards lead 14-13. Savitsky-Lin's serve is a good one. Cross court, they're going to go Oguz. Oguz now has this one easily bumped into the air by Aline. Now in the middle, Patrick Rogers from the back row gets the kill, and the Cards are going to win the race to 15.
And Tyler Morgan, the setter for Lewis, accidentally stepped on the foot of the line judge, and that was why he wasn't in position to receive that there. And that's going to result in a point for the Cardinals. A little frustrating for the Flyers right there.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll have the remainder of set 2. The Ball State Cardinals lead 15-13, only here on Sports Link Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Welcome back into Worthen Arena. The crowd is popping off here on a Valentine's Day Friday. Evan Stowell, my partner Lucas Thatcher. Lucas, it's been an exciting first 2 sets. And set number 2, the race to 15 was won by the Cardinals. They lead 15-13, but that was a back and forth set.
Absolutely.
So far.
Yeah, so far it's been it's been really close here in set 2. And that's a little bit unlike what we saw in set 1, where the Cardinals dominated that set 1. And I've been really enjoying what we saw here in set 2, especially from the Lewis Flyers, coming back and sort of settling in to their style of play.
The leaders so far in terms of the kill category for the Flyers, Osan Oguz has 4 kills. For the Cardinals, the man at the service line, Braden Savitsky-Lin, the middle blocker, he's been playing a little bit more these last 2 matches, Lucas. He looks good.
Yeah, he does. He's been excellent here tonight, and With Vanis Buckholtz being out, it's given more playing time to Braden Savitsky-Lin, who usually plays a lot, but just getting a little bit more, and he has really taken advantage of it because he's been excellent.
I mean, there's no other way to put it, but kid's an athlete. Braden Savitsky-Lin can ball, and there's no doubt about that. Let's take a quick look at some of the stats. The Cardinals have 24 kills to the 13 kills that the Flyers have so far in this match. 5 attacking errors. Lewis, 7 attacking errors. You definitely can't have that when you're trying to win a game on the road.
And they've actually improved on that a lot here in set 2. They had 6 of those 7 in set 1, so they've done a lot better since then, and they need to continue to have high percentages on their attacks if they are going to want to beat this very, very good Cardinals team.
The Cardinals, a .452 hitting percentage, just a .158 hitting percentage for this Lewis team as we continue to have a stoppage of play, and I'm not 100% sure why. There's not an official review on anything, and I don't think we're waiting on media, so I'm not 100% sure what the issue here is as Patrick Rogers continues to talk to the center line judge, or to the center judge. There was no challenge from what I understand. Head coach Dan Friend did not challenge anything. Play is now back underway. Looks as though a point has been removed from the Cardinals, but not given to the Flyers as the Cardinals are still at the line. So that is a little confusing, but Savitsky-Lin gets the serve over. 14-13 the score. This one is set up for Oguz. Oguz with a strong hit. Machado bump serve far side. Will Basilio, he goes with finesse. Can't get this one to fall to the floorboards. Now it's going to go back to Oguz. He's blocked at the line by Patterson, but it falls out towards the left side for a Lewis point. 14-14 now the score.
Yeah, went off the wrong part of the hand of Patterson there, and instead of getting it down to the floorboard on the other side of the net, that's going to go off to the side. Not what you want when you're up playing up front of the net.
Lewis, though, this is exactly the man you want doing the serving. Osan Oguz heads to the service line. Our impact player coming into this one. He has 160 kills on the season coming into this matchup. 14-14 the score in set 2. Ball State leads 1-0. Osan Oguz, he gets this one right over the white tape. Good save from Patrick Rogers. Now it's going to go to Basilio. Strong hit, and he's able to get this one to fall down. The freshman with the kill. The Cardinals with their 15th point. 15-14 the score.
Well, if you're Lewis, you do not want to give the Cardinals any sort of comfort in their home arena, because if they get a little bit of momentum, that can turn out of control.
Now the man who went off in the matchup yesterday, Rajay Aline, just 4 kills so far in this one. A little quieter of a night, and this serve is nowhere near. That was a whiff, Lucas. He gets that one to the left side. And it's 15-15 now.
At the line is Cole Sweetser.
Cole Schweitzer now will head to the service line for the Flyers. Schweitzer's serve gets over, bumped up by Rogers, set by Machado, opposite side. Aline comes in and gets that one to fall. Rajay Aline flies in from the left side and gets the kill for the Cards.
Rajay Aline has been such an excellent pickup for this Cardinals team, transferring from Quincy, and he's just adding to that depth of this Ball State team.
Now at the service line is Will Basilio. Basilio can't keep this one in bounds. And Lucas, little correction here as we see Basilio can't keep it in. So 16-16 now the score. Looks like the live stats are actually wrong. Rajay Aline has 10 kills. Braden Savitsky-Lin has 5 kills. Those two got flipped on the computer. They just switched it back over. Rajay Aline having a less than quiet night. He's still the Cardinals' leading kill getter.
I was going to say, we've been saying like Rajay's name a lot.
I looked over. I'm like, that can't be right, but I read what was on the monitor. But no, Rajay Aline having a pretty good evening, and it's 16-16 now the score here in set 2. The serve is over. It's bumped up into the air. It's set from Machado, and the kill goes to Patrick Rogers. Bump, set, kill in system. The Cardinals take the lead.
It doesn't get better than that for the Cardinals. As you said, bump, set, kill. But what I'm really interested to see is if they can rally off consecutive points here, as that's been something that neither team has really been able to do here in set 2.
I don't know if this is already an acronym or not, but BSK is what they're going to have to start calling it. Bump, set, kill. That's exactly what the Cardinals want every time.
I like that. That's creative.
Xander Pink now at the service line, gets it over, bumped up by Rocky, set up back to Rocky. Rocky with a strong, powerful hit, keeps it in, and Max Rocky The leading kill getter on the season for the Lewis Flyers gets that one. And heading back to the service line will be the setter, Tyler Morgan, 6'7", out of Duke, Iowa. What's been a back and forth set number 2 has another story here as it's tied up once again.
Tyler Morgan named to the Team USA Volleyball 2024 National Collegiate Men's Team, bringing some of that talent here to this Lewis team.
After the serve receive, Rajay Aline climbs the ladder on the left side and gets the kill. 18-17 now the Ball State lead here in set 2.
Well, now we know for sure that Rajay is doing his thing and having a great night so far, just like he did last night.
Yeah, I don't know what the challenge here is, but it looks like head coach Dan Friend wants to take a look at that for the Flyers. So we'll see if the point gets reversed and it goes to the Flyers instead. But right now, as it stands, Ball State leads 18-17. Set number 2, Lucas, a lot closer than set number 1.
And I hate to keep referencing last night, but set 4 looked exactly like this because if I'm being honest with you, I have a feeling that the Cardinals are playing a little bit better than Lewis, even though they're only up by 1 here in set 2. It just feels like Ball State's been more comfortable in this set and is more on track to finishing with 25 points before Lewis. But again, this has been so close and back and forth.
This has been so close and back and forth, and there's nothing wrong with referencing last night because these are the exact same teams that played an evening ago. Ball State closing out matches has been something they struggled with a little bit, you know, in those BYU matchups earlier in the season, which were top 10 marquee matchups. They weren't able to close out in either of those matchups or against Stanford. Against Purdue Fort Wayne, they went 5 sets. They were able to close it out in set 5. And then last night we saw them close it in set 4. That's something that this team wants to get better at as they head into postseason play. You got to be able to win those close sets.
Absolutely, and that first BYU match, BYU actually reverse swept the Cards. So Ball State won those first 2 sets and then gave up the last 3. That's definitely a match that they felt they should have won. And I believe that the Ball State Cardinals also believe that they should not have been taken to 5 by Purdue Fort Wayne. They should have won that in 3 or 4.
I think you're right on the money with that take, Lucas. We see the challenge was not successful from the Flyers. The point does go to the Cardinals. Lucas Machado on the right side at the service line. Machado the lefty gets it over, bumped up by Rocky, set up into the air for Womaxel, but it goes to Kruger Beer. This one stays in. That's actually Cameron Hoying, who just checked in for Frederick Kruger Beer. And that is a kill for the 6'9" outside hitter.
Hoying has only appeared in 9 sets so far this season, coming in here tonight and making an impact.
He's got plenty of height, and he gets the kill on that occasion. Now Max Rocky at the service line. This one barely gets over, then it's bumped up to Basilio. Basilio with the kill off of the hands of Rocky and Tyler Morgan as it falls out of bounds. As that one trickled to the floorboard, the freshman gets another kill.
There's been a lot of hype around Will Basilio, and I think the Cardinals fans are starting to realize just how good this freshman is. He has a bright future playing volleyball here in Worthen Arena.
Yeah, there's a reason the second somebody goes down, Will Basilio is inserted into the lineup. This young man is going to be a star for years to come. Patrick Rogers with the serve. This one bumped up into the air by Paula. Now it's going to go cross court to Hoying. Another powerful hit, but they're able to dig it up. Now it goes free balled over to Basilio. Basilio gets it over to the other side. They go cross court. This is Schweitzer. Schweitzer keeps it in. Great dig by Cameron Gray. And then Lucas Machado free balls it over. Good rally here. Cross court in the middle. Peter Womaxel can't keep it in. And that's why you keep fighting Lucas Thatcher. They're able to win the point.
And that's such a frustrating play as the point actually went to the Flyers there. I was going to say, I was really confused why the bench for the Flyers were celebrating in their signature way as they did last night, jumping in each other's arms. But the point did go to the Flyers, and a little confusion here.
It's going to the Flyers for now, as it appears the referees are having a conversation. Nothing was challenged as far as I know.
Did they think that went off the fingertips? Because there's no way that ball stayed in.
It appears that they're going to say it went off the fingertips. Donan isn't arguing in the Cardinals' favor, so that's 19-19. They're going to say that's a deflection off of the hands of Lucas Machado in the middle. So the kill will go to the Flyers. Originally, you saw all the Cardinals get excited and start cheering. But now Daniel Haber will check in and do the serving for the Flyers, all tied up here, 19. Set 2 so far been back and forth. Set 1 went the way of Ball State. Number 9 versus number 14. Daniel Haber gets it over. Now bumped into the middle. Braden Savitsky-Lynn, powerful hit. Can't get it to the fall of the floorboards. Back row, Max Rocky hits that one, and that falls all the way back towards the cheerleaders. Lucas Pitlack doing his best impression of a penguin, slides about 15 feet, but all for naught as the Flyers will take the point.
Max Rocky, the Rocket, when he has an opportunity to put a ball against the floorboards, he does it. Hitting that one at about 1,000 miles an hour.
A timeout now will be taken, so we'll take a quick break. Set 2 has been exciting. The Cardinals trail by 1. The visiting number 14 Lewis Flyers lead so far here in set number 2 against the number 9 Ball State Cardinals. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the remainder in set 2 in just a minute. You are listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
Welcome back here to some Ball State men's volleyball action on SportsLink Digital Radio. Evan Stowell alongside me, Lucas Thatcher. The Cardinals trail by 1 here in set number 2 after taking set number 1 in this top 15 matchup. The Cardinals coming in at number 9, Lewis at number 14. The Flyers are still at the service line. Number 14, Daniel Haber, will be getting it done for Lewis. The serve gets over the white tape just barely. Lucas Pitlack bumps into the air. Machado sets it for Aline. Aline out of system. Can't keep this one in. And that one will fall to the left side floorboards out of bounds and in favor of the Cardinals, as they're going to say it was a touch by Frederick Kruger-Beer. So smart play there from Rajay Aline to just barely tap that one off the middle blocker.
And Kruger-Beer, a little frustrated with himself, feels that he should not have gone for that one. If he didn't, that probably would have been a point, Lewis, but he did. And I have to like the aggression, but probably want to leave that one alone.
Set 2 knotted up at 20 once again. Braden Savitsky-Lynn hits this one over. It's got a good dip to it. It's set up in the middle for Kruger-Beer. He hit that one with some anger. Bump to the far side, Patrick Rogers. He can't get it over. Rajay Aline hits it up. And Patrick Rogers trying to bump it and keep it in. Got it over to the other side of the net. A revenge play there for Cole Schweitzer as he's able to get the kill. Lewis now takes a 21-20 advantage.
It's so difficult to go behind your head while you're on the run, nearly in the stands. Patrick Rogers that time trying to set it up and just put it on the other side.
Cameron Hoying will now do the serving for Lewis. Hoying's serve gets over. This one is bumped way into the stands on the right side. Will Basilio not able to handle it. And the young outside hitter will get an ace. A 2-point advantage now for Lewis. And Coach Donan Cruz wants a timeout. And all of a sudden, Lucas, Ball State looks to be on their back foot here in set 2.
Lewis right now has the energy. They have just a little bit more oomph right now on their side. Cameron Hoying getting his first ace of the season. This is a charged up Flyers team ready to go, not wanting to drop back-to-back sets.
Yeah, and Lucas, we saw the Cardinals earlier in the set, and then throughout set number 1 just looked dominant. What's happened here in set number 2? What's the reason for Lewis's little comeback?
Well, Lewis has really done a great job on fixing their main problem from set 1, which was their attacking errors and their hitting percentage. They have been so much better in that category here in set 2, and that has allowed them to settle in and play their game. Limiting the mistakes has allowed them to take what really is a 2-point lead here in set 2, and what is the energy here in Worthen Arena.
Who needs to step up for the Cardinals to kind of fight back here in set 2? They still have a chance to win it. It's 22-20, Lewis leads. The Cardinals only down by 2 points. Who can step up and make the play?
I mean, there's so many names that you could mention for the Cardinals just because of how deep they are, but I think one name that we haven't said in a little while is Braden Savitsky-Lynn, who has been excellent last night, who's been excellent to start the night tonight, but a little quiet recently. I think they could use some great middle blocker play from him eventually when he gets back out on the court.
I completely agree with you that they're going to need good play from their middle blocker. Still back at the line is the man who just got the ace, Cameron Hoying. Hoying serve, gets over the net. Lucas Pitlack bumps into the air, set by Machado, opposite side. Rajay Aline with power. Almost hits the sideline reporter, Sam Niger, down there. Rajay Aline keeps it in. Kill for the Cardinals, and a much-needed point in this match.
I almost said Rajay Aline is a guy who could step up, and hey, he does it right there. But he's been stepping up all night long, to be fair.
Kind of like Chris Collinsworth always says, here's a guy. Rajay Aline could be that guy.
He might just be that guy.
Now we're going to get another timeout, this time from Lewis, so we'll take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. The Ball State Cardinals trail by just one here in set number 2 against the Lewis Flyers. You are listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Welcome back to Worthen Arena. Evan Stowell, Lucas Thatcher, set number 2 between the number 14 Lewis Flyers and the number 9 Ball State Cardinals is a close one. The Cardinals have 21, the Flyers have 22. The Cardinals lead 1-0. Ryan Lewis, the freshman, checks in for Ball State and immediately gets a service error. Lucas, that's not why he was put in the ball game.
No, it is not, and it's a little frustrating when you come off the bench into the game to serve and then you get a service error. You feel like you let your team down, but it's just 1 point given to the Flyers here. They're now 2 away from getting a set 2 victory, but Ball State only trailing by 2.
This is exactly what we expected, a close matchup between these two teams. A couple injuries for the Cardinals, a couple men down, but it's a next man up mentality. Cole Schweitzer now from the service line, gets it over. Patrick Rogers bumps it in the air. Lucas Machado, opposite side. Rajay Aline comes running in. Soft hit there from Aline, set up to the far side. Max Rocky puts that one over there with some power. 4 hits for the Cardinals on their side. Rocky will get the kill. And now the Flyers just 1 point away from knocking us up at 1 set apiece. 24-21, Lewis leads set 2.
Max Rocky is a guy that is so reliable for the Flyers, and I don't think we've called his name as much as I expected to these last 2 matches. If he could turn up here to finish off set number 2, that could be huge for the Flyers.
Cole Schweitzer's serve here for set point. Gets it over. It's saved by Lucas Machado. Now it goes to Rajay Aline. Aline sets it in motion, and then a setter kill from Tyler Morgan. A little deception, and the Lewis Flyers take set number 2. Good heads-up play from their setter.
That's an excellent play. Setter kills are rare, but there's always a time for it, and that was the right time right there.
And folks, don't go anywhere. We're in store for a thriller of a matchup. It's all tied up at 1 set apiece between the Ball State Cardinals and the Lewis Flyers. Evan Stowell, Lucas Thatcher, SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State SportsLink.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Welcome back into Worthen Arena. Evan Stowell, Lucas Thatcher. Ball State men's volleyball coming in at number 9, hosting Lewis, the number 14 team in the country, for the second night in a row. Lucas, they took set number 1, but they fell to the Flyers in set number 2. It's 1-1. We got a thriller on hand on a Valentine's Day special in Worthen Arena.
Absolutely, and you're not discouraged if you're Ball State from set 2 because they played well in set 2. It's just that Lewis was very competitive and matched what they were doing. So I think if you're Ball State, you still have a good feeling about this match. And right now, set number 3 is a big one between these two teams, and it can really determine who wins this match because it could determine the way the momentum looks going forwards.
Well, we talked about this yesterday. Ball State lost set number 1 and then went on a 3-set run. The same thing could happen today. This 1-set loss could just kind of motivate them to play better, or Lewis could have found their stuff and we could be in store for a 5-setter. We'll see. But either way, set number 3 about to get underway. Lucas Machado will lead the way for the Cardinals from the service line. Machado with a good serve. The lefty gets it over. Now it's set up for Rocky in the middle. Powerful, but good bump with the left hand by Machado. Patrick Rogers running towards the scored table saves it. They're going to go back to Rocky. Rocky, too much power this time. And once again, actually, Cameron Hoying, I'm not used to seeing him on the court. We didn't see him till the end of set 2. This young man can play.
I think that's an understatement, Evan. That was one of the more powerful kills that I've seen in my years of calling volleyball.
Max Rocky at the service line for the Cards. Gets this, tries to get it over, can't. It hits the top of the white tape, and it knots us up at 1 point apiece. 1-1 now the score here from Worthen. Patrick Rogers heads back to the service line for the Cardinals. 41 service errors on the season for P. Raj, but one of the better servers for the Cardinals. Rogers can't get it over. I feel bad for bringing it up. That's another service error for Patrick. 43 now on the season. The point will go to the Flyers.
And I think partial blame has to go to Evan Stillwell on that one.
Also has 18 aces, folks. So he's one of the better servers on this team.
There you go.
Just very risky with some of those deliveries. 2-1 now. Lewis leads set 3. 1-1 apiece as far as sets go. Serve from Womaxel, a floater. Smart play from Lucas Pitlack. Lets it sail over his head. And the Cardinals will take their second point.
Yeah, your description of that serve was spot on, a floater, because it floated and it never stopped floating. Didn't come down at all, just way too high.
Kind of looked like a knuckleball. Braden Savitsky-Lynn now at the service line for the Cardinals. Savitsky-Lynn's serve goes to the left corner. It's dug up and bumped into the air by Nico Paula. Now a powerful kill from Frederick Kruger-Beer, number 1, the middle blocker from Wisconsin, gets it done.
It's great to see Kruger-Beer step up because he's had a couple of errors in this match tonight, but he's also had some opportunities to make some big plays, and that is one of them right there.
3-2 now the score. Lewis in the lead. Set 3 is going their way so far. Frederick Kruger-Beer, strong serve. Great play from Lucas Pitlack to get there. Rajay Aline now has an opportunity to find it in the middle of the court, and he does. That's just a smart volleyball player right there, able to find an open space.
It's so impressive to see a volleyball player just pick where he wants to put the ball and do it. Rajay Aline, pinpoint accuracy right there.
You hear basketball players all the time talking about picking your spots. That's exactly what Rajay Aline did on that occasion. Knotted up at 3 apiece here in set number 3. 3-3-3 on the scoreboard. Bumped up into the air by Rocky. Back to Rocky in the middle. Too much power on that. It falls towards the very back line and stays in. Max Rocky, powerful kill.
And so far, set number 3, I know we're only 7 points in, but it's looking a lot like set 2 did, back and forth between these two teams.
And they've taken a lot of energy out of Worthen Arena, and that's exactly what you want to do when you're on the road. Cole Schweitzer now heads to the line to do the serving for this Flyers squad. Schweitzer with a good serve, dug up and saved by Pitlack. Opposite side, Aline. Aline once again. This guy can shoot a ball out of his hand like a hand cannon. Rajay Aline gets the kill.
He's such an excellent player. He flies high. He can do what he did earlier by just finessing the ball to a great spot, or he can do what he just did right there, shooting an absolute rocket to the hardwood.
Basilio's serve glides gracefully to the other side of the court and is bumped up into the air by the Flyers. Now it's a block at the net by Patrick Rogers. He put that one down with some force, and the Cardinals get the kill.
Do it yourself, young man. Number 20 getting a solo block and a big-time play for the Cards.
5-4 now is the Cards' advantage here in set 3. Basilio will remain at the line. Basilio places this one on the back row, dug up by Paula, bumped into the air opposite side for Max Rocky, blocked at the line, this time by Will Patterson and Lucas Machado. They get fired up about it, and so does Worthen Arena. 6-4 the score.
Wow, I think everybody was surprised that one stayed in because it was hit so hard, and then the deflection was so hard that it was barely able to stay in, and what a play up front at the net for the Cards.
6-4 now the score from set 3. The Cards lead it. Basilio, third straight serve. This one a good one. Bumped up and set in the air for the opposite side, Max Rocky. Good save, but good stuff from Lucas Machado. He uses 2 hands and gracefully blocks that one back down to the hardwood. Rocky thought he was going to get cute on him. Lucas Machado said, nah, not so fast.
The steady southpaw with some serious hang time, just kind of reaching up there and staying up to bat that one down and get another point for his team.
Heads up look there from the sophomore. Basilio, the freshman, continues at the service line. 4th straight serve now, a good 4-point rally for the Cards. Bumped and dug up in the back row by Paula. Now flying in is Cole Schweitzer. Blocked once again by Lucas Machado, but this time it finds its way out of bounds and escorts its way for a Lewis point. 7-5 now the score.
What a heads-up play by Nico Paula, the libero for Lewis. He tracked that ball down, and he was out of bounds, and he decided last second not to touch it because it can be really, really enticing to go and bump that ball up. Great play by Nico Paula. Point to Lewis thanks to his heads-up play.
Frederick Kruger-Beer guides this serve across the net. Lucas Machado set up for Will Patterson, but a deceptive play. Machado with the right hand gets it to fall into the center of the Lewis side. And the setter gets a crafty kill.
And he's going to do that a couple times every single match, and it seems that a lot of the times that he does it, he is very successful because it's so hard to tell whether he's going to set it up or if he's going to put it back over.
Machado, like a good soccer player that can go between your legs, just a smart, crafty player. Will Patterson at the service line. The other way, blocked by Savitsky Lynn. And the Cards will not get the kill as I think it fell to their own side. So the point will go to Peter Womaxel. And the service line will now be Tyler Morgan for Lewis.
Rogers aggressive at the net, just an unfortunate play because that ball ended up on the wrong side.
Tyler Morgan guides this one across the net. Machado, far side, Patrick Rogers with power. Can't get it to the fall. Now on the middle, from the back row, Cole Schweitzer can't keep it in. Tried to locate the left coffin corner, couldn't find it. Point Cardinals, Machado heads to the service.
And I think we're probably gonna, I believe we were gonna see a challenge, but we're not. Dan Friend went to go for the card, thought that it hit somebody, but put it back after thinking about it.
Good, I think good choice there from Coach Dan Friend as Machado goes with a float serve. This one goes over to Max Rocky. Too much power. Machado and Basilio can't handle it. Point Flyers, 2-point lead here in set 3 for the Cards. 1-1 is the way of the match so far between the number 9 Ball State Cardinals and the number 14, the visiting Lewis Flyers.
Cardinals just batting that ball around, a little discombobulated. Lewis right now down 2. They could rally off some points.
Rocky's serve over. Bumped into the air by Pitlack. Set far side and then goes to the middle. Braden Savitsky Lynn. He put a right paw on it. Can't get it to fall. Now a free ball. Rajay Aline, good block at the net. Set up by Machado. Far side. Patrick Rogers tries to find a hole in the Lewis defense. Cannot. Now they go back to him. Rogers tries to get the block, but it'll fall to the right side and land on the black tape. And they're going to give the point to the Cardinals. They're going to say that Max Rocky and Cole Schweitzer were in the net, and the point will go to Ball State.
Right now, Dan Friend talking to the referee. And again, we're not going to see a challenge here. Another very close call.
Rogers serve high in the air. From the back row, can't keep it in. That one will fly over the Ball State logo, and it'll go as a point for the Flyers. The back letters on the very end of the white line there kind of mark whether or not it's going to be a good serve. You want to keep it in before that. Now Peter Womaxel, his serve over to Pitlack. Pitlack bumps. Machado sets. Rogers kills. That one hits the back row. Max Rocky couldn't save it, and Patrick Rogers gets the kill.
And hopefully that gets P-Raj going a little bit because he struggled tonight at the service line, but when he's going up for an attack, he has been rock solid. So hopefully that can get him going so he can turn it up for his Cardinals team and start to pull away a little bit as the Cardinals are now up 3.
Braden Savitsky Lynn will head to the service line. He's had a much better night. He has an ace already on the evening. Savitsky Lynn's serve falls inbounds. Now they're going to go cross Max Rocky. Rocky blocked at the net by Will Patterson. Stays on the Lewis side. They get it over now. This one is tipped and then immediately blocked by Patterson once again. Still on the Lewis side. Can't get it over. And they find a space. That was Frederick Kruger-Beer who found a little hole in between Lucas Machado and Will Basilio. The point will go to the Flyers, and that's just a little inexperience there. Will Basilio a little out of position. Easy point for Lewis.
And that's what a great team like Lewis has to do. They have to take advantage of mistakes that their opponents are giving them.
Definitely. I don't know if they're enemies, Lucas, but they are definitely opponents. The serve is bumped into the air by Patterson. Cross court. Aline finds an opening, and Aline finds a kill. Rajay Aline having himself an evening.
Well, they're certainly not enemies, as you and I talked about it last night, that some of these players out here on either sides are friends with each other, specifically Nico Paula and Cam Gray, 2 of the liberos on these opposing teams.
And the 2 liberos are close friends, actually. A position that really doesn't go up against each other, so I can see why they're okay with helping each other out. Rajay Aline now serves it over. Bumped up into the air, far side on the right side. It's back into the middle. Max Rocky from out of nowhere is blocked by Will Patterson, but he blocks it on his own sideline. So the point will head to the Flyers. Will Patterson came in the middle. He's pretty upset with himself. Lucas Machado saying, hey, it's all right, man. No big deal. The Cards still lead by 2 points here in set 3. First to 15 will be the first break unless it's a timeout. Heading back to the line will be number 16, Cole Schweitzer. Schweitzer for the Flyers. Gracefully finds its way over the net. Machado in the middle. Will Patterson blocked. Frederick Kruger-Beer got that one.
It's so hard to go up and block a guy who is 6'10", but right there Kruger-Beer did it. And what an excellent play at the net for the Flyers. Right now I can feel a little bit of momentum shifting towards their side.
Yeah, a 2-point swing in favor of Lewis over the last couple of points. 12-11 now. The Cardinals only lead by 1 here in set 3. The serve from Schweitzer gets over. Good dig from Patrick Rogers on the back row. Set up for Rajay Aline. Aline gets blocked at the net. He's trying to save it, or the Cardinals. Lucas Pitlack attempts to kick it. They can't get it over. And that's a 3-point swing now in favor of Lewis. Cole Schweitzer still doing the serving.
And that's just an awkward play for the Cardinals. A little frantic there. And a good point for Lewis. Right now they've been able to rattle off some points in a row, and that's something that you don't want to see if you're the Ball State Cardinals.
12-12 the score. Bumped up into the air by Rogers, set by Machado. Cross sort left side. Will Basilio's blocked. 2 blocks in the last 3 points for Frederick Kruger-Beer. He's having a fantastic night.
Yeah, he started off a little bit rough with a couple of errors, but now he has really stepped up for his team, certainly more than made up for those errors.
Yes, he has. And back at the service line, 4 straight good serves from Cole Schweitzer. You got to give the outside hitter a little credit back there as well. Serve over, Pitlack bumps it in the air, set Machado. They go opposite side for Rajay Aline. Aline tries to find an opening, he can. We see a diving effort almost made by Nico Paula, but that one will go into the stands. Rajay Aline hit that one with a lot of power.
Nico Paula completely hurdled the scorer's table over there, trying to get into the stands. That's an unbelievable effort and display of athleticism.
It's really exciting to watch Rajay Aline on this right side just glide into place behind Lucas Machado when he sets it up. It's really beautiful volleyball. Basilio at the service line, 13-13, all tied up here in set 3. They go cross court. Cam Hoyer blocked at the net, but the point will go to Lewis. Cam Hoying, rather, he'll get the kill. He hits it really hard. You saw the block attempt by Will Patterson. Couldn't keep it in bounds. The point goes to the Flyers.
Yeah, look out. Worthen Arena, a little dangerous right now. There's volleyballs and players going into the stands all over the place.
Frederick Kruger-Beer at the service line. Back on the right side of that Ball State lettering on the far side of the court. Will Basilio sets it up, cross court. Patrick Rogers finds space on the right side, and that's just good volleyball. Bump, set, kill, Lucas. We've talked about that all night.
And that's the guy that you want to go to when you need a point. Right there, Ball State needed a point. They hadn't scored in a while, and they'd allowed Lewis to take control of the game. When you need a point, you go to P-Raj, and he delivered.
He definitely delivered on that occasion. 14-14 the score. Will Patterson. Cross court, Nico Paula. They save it, and then that's a kill for Peter Wamaxel. Been quiet this evening. Your impact player comes in and wins Lewis the race to 15 here in set number 3. Don't go anywhere. We have a thriller in Muncie. 1 set apiece right now between number 14 Lewis and number 9 Ball State. We'll see who can come out on top coming after the break. You are listening to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Back to Worthen Arena. Set number 3 between the 14th ranked Lewis Flyers and the 9th ranked Ball State Cardinals. It's a close one so far. Lewis leads 15-14. Evan Stowell, Lucas Thatcher here in Worthen Arena. Lucas, you're my Valentine, but so far this game has my heart. What a ball game we're in store for. 1 set apiece for both of these teams. Set number 3 has been very close.
I've loved it. I've loved what I've seen from both teams here tonight, especially in sets 2 and 3, but the only thing I love more than that is you, my friend.
Number 3, Tyler Morgan back there at the service line for Lewis. Good float serve over, set up in the air by Basilio. Cross-court Machado to Aline. Aline can't keep this one in play, and we'll see the Flyers now take a 2-point advantage as they start to stretch their legs a little bit. You can see a little tension now starting to form on the Ball State sideline.
And that's a missed opportunity for Rajay. That's usually where he's most comfortable. Had a good positioning, had a great opportunity there to get a kill, but just left it, put too much on it, and that's not going to be good for his side.
At the service line now, Tyler Morgan gets it over. Machado sets middle. Braden Savitsky-Lynn hammers that one home. The Cardinals take point 16. Savitsky-Lynn slides into the middle and with some emphasis finds his way onto the other side of the court. Lucas Machado now the southpaw. Can't get this one over the net. That's an unforced error, and the Cardinals give away another free point. 17-15 now the Lewis lead.
Right now the Cards are just kind of hurting themselves. They've made a few errors since coming out of this break, and that's just something you can't do when you're trailing to the Lewis Flyers, who are a great team, are going to take advantage of missed opportunities like that.
Daniel Haber now will check in to do the serving for Lewis. 2-point advantage here in set 3. Haber, a bit of a service specialist at this point in the season. A few aces on the season. Haber gets this one over, bumped up in the air by Pitlack. Now Machado into the middle. Kind of got Braden Savitsky-Lynn, his own teammate, guessing. Savitsky-Lynn knocked it over with the left hand. Now bumped up in the air and set by Machado. Here comes Pitlack over to Rogers. Rogers can't get it in. Great save by Pitlack, though. Now hit once again over by Rogers. Good rally here, both sides. Now we see what a play in athleticism by Cole Schweitzer on the left side. The opposite hitter gets the kill, and Lewis takes a 3-point lead.
And Schweitzer goes to the opposite end of the court, but he wouldn't have been able to make that play if it weren't for Lucas Pitlack getting a dig on his rear end.
Now we see Donan Cruz thinking about a challenge. He hasn't produced the card yet. He's going to go ahead and show the card to the referee, so Ball State is going to challenge. I'm not sure if he can, what he's challenging. I think the referee's trying to explain that he can't challenge whatever it is he's challenging, but we'll have to wait and see. They're having a discussion. Normally, if you're challenging something, it doesn't result in a discussion. Yeah, they're not going to let him challenge whatever it was he was looking at, so the point will go to the Flyers.
Strange interaction there, one you don't usually see.
18-15, the lead here in set 3 for Lewis. At the line is still number 14, Daniel Haber. Haber from the Ball State tee gets it up. Lucas Pitlack bumps it into the air. That goes way out towards a camera operator. And a point for the Flyers and an ace for Daniel Haber. That's a timeout for head coach Donan Cruz. He doesn't like what he's seeing. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Set number 3 between the number 9 Ball State men's volleyball Cardinals and the number 14 Lewis Flyers.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
Welcome back to set number 3 from Worthen Arena. Valentine's Day matchup, second of a 2-game matchup between the number 9 Ball State men's volleyball Cardinals and the number 14 Lewis Flyers. The Flyers are still at the service line, leading here in set number 3. So far, the match is tied up at 1 set apiece. The Flyers have had an advantage here in the last 4 or 5 points. A big swing in favor of Lewis. Now the serve is over by Haber. Bumped set, Machado looks for Will Basilio. Basilio with a lot of power, but a good save in the back row by Haber. Now it's free balled over. Rajay Aline hits it up in the middle. Braden Savitsky-Lynn finds the space and gets the kill. Good play there from number 19. That was a big point for the Cardinals.
And I was surprised that Lewis hit that over on the second hit instead of just setting it up for somebody. They had another hit left. I think they should have set it up for somebody to try and get a really good attack.
Patrick Rogers at the service line. Gets this one over to left corner, gets it to stay in bounds. Now they're gonna go cross court. They look for Schweitzer. Schweitzer, too much power. Cam Gray can't handle it. 20th point of set 3 here for the Flyers. They take a 20-16 lead.
Right now, Lewis looks really comfortable, and they're looking very similar to they did in set 1 of last night's match.
Now we'll see Peter Womaxel check out. He'll give the ball over to Tyler Walenga. So Tyler Walenga will come in to do the serving. Womaxel will take a seat. And the Flyers will look to continue to extend this point margin that they have over the Cardinals. Walenga's serve from the back row. Pretty good one. Pitlack bumps, sets over to Aline. Aline gets blocked, but it stays on the Lewis side. Braden Savitsky-Lynn, standing vertical, check. Braden Savitsky-Lynn gets the kill.
That's a huge point for the Cardinals because they have really been slacking in these past few kills, and BSL comes up huge for his team.
Savitsky-Lynn will head back to the service line. He serves from this right side with his right hand. Takes 2 steps, throws the ball in the air, and gracefully glides this across. Now it's in the middle. It's blocked in the middle by Patterson. Good job there from the 6'10" middle blocker. Patrick Rogers bump. Machado set. Cross court. Basilio gets the kill, but they're going to say he grabbed the ball and didn't hit it correctly. So the point will go to the Flyers. That looked like an easy call, Lucas.
Well, Coach Cruz disagrees. And it seems like a lot of fans here in Worthing do as well.
I think if you look at that replay, I would not call that a touch. It definitely looked like a grab from Will Basilio.
Yeah, looking at the replay, it did.
And the point will go to the Flyers.
21-17 now the lead here in set number 3. Freshman mistake there from the freshman, Will Basilio. Back row and a service error here. Cameron Hoying leaves that one wanting for more. Tries to find the coffin corner on the left side. Will Basilio let it go. Good heads-up play. The Cardinals now cut the Flyers' lead here in set 3 to just 3. 21-18 the score. Lewis will call a timeout, so will we. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the remainder of set number 3. Ball State trails by 3 to the Lewis Flyers. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Welcome back here to Worthing Arena. A 22-17 lead here in set 3 for the Lewis Flyers, the number 14th ranked team in the country, as they lead the Ball State Cardinals, who are at home and are number 9. 1-1 apiece so far as sets go in this match. Cameron Hoying at the service line gets this one over with power and gets his second service ace of the match. We didn't see almost any Cameron Hoying yesterday, Lucas. I don't know why. You got to get this guy in the lineup.
Yeah, he certainly has a lot of athleticism. He's a very explosive player, has brought a lot of energy to this Lewis team, and is a big part of why they're very close to taking a 2-1 advantage.
Patrick Rogers couldn't handle the serve. Cameron Hoying now on his second service attempt. Another ace. This one goes off the hands of Will Basilio. The Cardinals are all out of sort, and all of a sudden, it's set point as on the far sideline, rowing the boat. are the Lewis Flyers.
That is awesome. That's a good celebration, Evan.
They had fun yesterday when they were losing. They're having even more fun when they're winning.
That makes sense.
It does.
Winning is fun.
Most of the time. Cameron Hoying now. Set point. Over to Pitlack. Pitlack barely keeps this one in. Set up. Patrick Rogers back row off the hands of the Flyers. So the Cardinals will stay alive and set. No, they won't. They're going to say that's out off Patrick Rogers. No touch. The Flyers take set 3, and they take a 2-set advantage against the Cardinals at home. Don't go anywhere. We'll have set 4 in just a moment. Can the Flyers stun the Cardinals at home? Only find out here on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Ball State men's volleyball, 9th ranked in the country, trailing right now 2-1 at home against the number 14 Lewis Flyers. This Ball State team took down Lewis last night in 4 sets. And Lucas, the Flyers have a chance to do the exact same thing to the Cardinals.
Yeah, these two teams really have swapped places, at least so far here in match number 2. Lewis has looked really convincing to me in sets 2 and 3. They were very, very competitive in set number 2, obviously taking the win against the Cardinals, even though the Cardinals did play well. And in set 3, it was all Flyers.
Yeah, now we have set number 4. So last night, the Cardinals lost set 1, then they won sets 2, 3, and 4. Tonight, the Cardinals win set 1, Lewis wins sets 2 and 3. We'll see if they can take down the Cards in set 4, or if we have a 5-setter on Valentine's Day. The media timeout is over. A quick conversation with the official, and we'll get back underway. Not 100% sure what head coach Dan Friend is talking about, considering we haven't started to play yet, but we'll never know, as the serve will be Frederick Kruger Beer.
Hey, could have been talking about what his Valentine's Day plans were.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible. Don't want to speculate.
It's probably heading back on the bus.
That's probably the way it should start. Now we see Tyler Morgan actually doing the serve. He gets it over. In the middle, Braden Savitsky-Lynn gets kill number 1 of set number 4. That's the way the Cardinals want to start in system.
I could have said it better myself, Evan. That's exactly what the Cardinals want to do, especially after dropping set number 3 and set number 2 and really losing the momentum to Lewis. You want to come out in set number 4 with a vengeance.
Lucas Machado. His serve over, bumped up, Rocky, set. Far side, Womaxo blocked by Braden Savitsky-Lynn.
Boy, he's stepping up in a big way to start out set number 4, and that's exactly what they want him to do.
Number 19 feeling himself. Lucas Machado still at the service line. Cards 2, Lewis 0 here in set number 4. Machado over, bumped up in the air by Rocky. Set, cross court. They go to Hoying. Hoying gets it, good power. Cam Gray saves it. Will Basilio bumps it back. In the middle, Patrick Rogers, back row. And then another good save by Cole Schweitzer. Now Schweitzer over to Rocky. Bumped up in the air by Gray. Machado for Ball State. Rajay Aline finds a space. And the Cardinals find a third kill of set number 4.
There's those Ball State Cardinals that these fans here in Worthing are used to. And that's those Ball State Cardinals that we saw in set number 1. They're looking to come back and win this one in 5, because if they drop set number 4 here, that's it for this match.
Yeah, that would be match point. Lucas Machado. Not match point for Lucas Machado, but that would be match point for the Flyers. Now we see on the far side Rocky. He's blocked at the net by Rogers. Then we see Braden Savitsky-Lynn. Rajay Aline, far side, tries to keep it in. He can't. Cole Womaxo. I believe that was Womaxo on the far side there. I couldn't tell if that was Schweitzer or Womaxo. They're going to give it to Peter Womaxo, so he gets a smart heads-up defensive play, throws up the block. Rajay Aline can't keep it in.
And Nico Paula recognized it immediately that point should have gone to the Flyers, and it did. Heads-up play, and that's the way that Lewis gets on the board here in set number 4.
Max Rocky. Far side, serves this one over, can't keep it in. That ball leaves the field of play, if you would, and that's a point for the Cardinals. 4-1 now, Ball State leads set 4.
You can see the Cardinals starting to build a little bit of momentum, starting to build on to what they're doing so far. That bench dancing a little bit, starting to feel pretty good.
Patrick Rogers serve a good one. Back row now set up far side from Morgan. He goes to Schweitzer. Schweitzer can't keep it in. Rajay Aline was a brick wall. Hits that one back down to the surface.
Well, where were these cards the past 2 sets? Well, really the last set. Set 2 they played pretty well.
I think they just wanted everyone here to have a 5-set thriller, Lucas, if I'm being honest with you. Patrick Rogers, once again at the service line, gets this one over. Really powerful serve. Tries to hook this one into the left corner. Can't get it to fall down in time. That'll be an error for P-Raj and a point for the Flyers.
I like the idea there. The execution, not exactly there. And he's had a rough day at the service line. That's his 6th service error.
Peter Womaxo now heads to the service line. Far left side, right on the Ball State E. Now Machado sets it in the middle. Braden Savitsky-Lynn froze Womaxo. He looked like a deer in headlights. Number 19 gets the kill.
Well, it's very early here in set 4. Only 8 points in, but Braden Savitsky-Lynn has been the MVP so far, really stepping up for his team when they need him the most.
Kill number 11 for Savitsky-Lynn to go along with a couple of blocks and an ace earlier in this ball game. He's been doing it all. (6-2) the Cards lead here in set 4. BSL back there at the service line for the Cards. Savitsky-Lynn's serve from the back row falls gracefully into the middle of the court. Set up by Rocky. Far side they go Hoyer. Hoyer keeps it in. It's bumped up and saved by Lucas Machado. It goes to Rajay Aline. Battle at the middle of the net. The Cards win it and keep it on their own side. Now we see Basilio, and Basilio can't keep this one in. That's blocked back down to Planet Earth by Cameron Hoying, and that's a point for the Flyers.
Yeah, Hoying able to do a great job and get that one back over on the Ball State side. Excellent play up front by number 2. That redshirt freshman has been playing excellently tonight.
Yeah, he's been lights out. Cameron Hoying will now head back to the service line. He already has a couple of aces this evening. He tried to get that one. It almost scratched over the white tape. Can't stay in bounds. That'll be .7 of set 4 for the Cards. 7-3 is their lead. 2-1 is the Lewis Flyers lead over the Cardinals in this matchup. Rajay Aline will head to the service line. Aline has 8 service aces on the season, none tonight. This is a really good serve that just barely clears the tape. Now it's going to be Schweitzer. Schweitzer's blocked by Machado. Machado can't keep it in. It heads to the right side over towards head coach Dan Friend for Lewis. And that will be a point for Lewis. Good heads-up play from Cole Schweitzer.
I'm going to try and reel it back a little bit to Cameron Hoying and how great he's been at the service line tonight. 4 aces tonight. He didn't have a single ace on the season before tonight, Evan. He's really been stepping it up.
He is fired up for a Valentine's Day matchup. There's no doubt about it. Cole Schweitzer gets it over. Bumped by Basilio. Set by Lucas Machado. Cross court to Rajay Aline. Aline gets this one to Hoying. Hoying saves it, and then it goes to Cole Schweitzer in the middle. He free balls it over. Can't clear the net. Little mental mistake there from number 16. The point will head to Ball State.
Yeah, Schweitzer frustrated with himself. Had a great opportunity and the right idea there, but just didn't put nearly enough on it to get it to the other side and down on the hardwood. Great idea, the execution not there.
Will Basilio now at the service line. Basilio, his ball rotating, looked like it was going to fall down in time, just couldn't. Hits the Ball State S before eventually traveling towards the stands. That'll be a service error for the Cards. A 3-point advantage now, or is the Cardinals lead 8-5. The serve will head to Frederick Kruger-Beer of Lewis. The middle blocker having a fairly productive evening. He has 3 kills on the evening, he has a service ace and 5 blocks, 5 partial blocks. Now we see Basilio. He sets, far cross court. Patrick Rogers comes soaring in for the kill. 9-5 now, Ball State leads.
If there's one guy that Ball State really wants to get going, it's Patrick Rogers. That's only his 8th kill in the night. That's a little lacking behind where he's usually at. As the main MVP for the Cards tonight has been Rajay Aline, who's got 18 kills thus far.
Will Patterson now with the serve. Pretty good one. Gets the Flyers out of motion. Good dig here from Patterson. Back to Pat Rogers. He has to free ball it over. Tough play there for Cameron Hoying. Far side, they're going to go to Max Rocky. Rocky can keep it inbounds, I believe, or it went off the hands of Patrick Rogers. Either way, it's a point for Lewis.
Flyers did an excellent job, is because they were out of position for a little bit there. They did an excellent job of recovering and getting right back to where they needed to be to get that point.
It's kind of like soccer where sometimes you got to switch the play. That's exactly what the setter Tyler Morgan did on that occasion. He was on the right side. He goes all the way across the court towards the left stick and finds Max Rocky. Now Tyler Morgan doing the serving. The setter gets it over. Lucas Machado the other way finds Patrick Rogers. Heads up volleyball there. Patrick Rogers softly hits it towards the left side away from the middle blockers and finds a hole in the Lewis defense.
That's simple. That is extremely productive, and it's just beautiful to watch.
10-6 now. The Cards lead set 4. 4-point advantage for the Cards. 2-1 is the Lewis lead as far as sets go in this match. Lucas Machado at the service line. Finds it in the middle between the two tapes. Then a big block from Patrick Rogers. This happened last night, Lucas. He just turned it on out of nowhere. Patrick Rogers heating up.
Yeah, I got a feeling here, Evan. Patrick Rogers is starting to get a little bit of momentum himself, and that is one guy, maybe the one guy that you do not want to get going if you're the Lewis Flyers.
Head coach Dan Friend not happy with the way his team's playing so far here in set number 4. He'll call a timeout, and we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
Evan Stowell, Lucas Thatcher joining you on this Valentine's Friday here at Worthen Arena as the Ball State Cardinals lead here in set number 4 against the Lewis Flyers 11-6, but Lucas, they trail in the match 2-1.
Yeah, and I don't think that that's a position the Cardinals expected themselves to be in, especially after that excellent first set that they had. But they're in that spot now, and now they need to dig themselves out of this hole.
Head coach Donan Cruz's bunch, as you mentioned, trying to dig themselves out of this hole, doing a good job of it so far in set 4. Lucas Machado out of the timeout, good serve, gets over. Womaxel, strong hit, great save from Patrick Rogers. Now standing Bird. Yes, he's got it. Patrick Rogers gets the kill, and I got excited, Lucas, because that's just pure athleticism.
Goodness gracious. When you are 6'7" and as lengthy as Patrick Rogers, you should not be able to jump that high, but he can. He jumped way up in the air, put it straight down. That is so impressive.
12-6 now, the Cardinals lead. Machado, good strong serve, gets over here. Now gliding in into the left side is Hoying. Hoying blocked at the net by Patrick Rogers. Who else? This guy's on fire.
He's taking over the match right now. He did it last night, doing it here again. If you're Lewis, this is the worst thing that you could see here in set 4.
13-6, the Ball State Cardinals lead set 4. Lucas Machado gets Worthen Arena bumping. Jump around, they're saying. Machado, left hand, gets it over. And that's going to be a service ace. The Ball State Cardinals, when it's rolling, it's rolling. You saw Nico Paula move out of the way. Machado got it to fall before that white line creeped up. Great play from the Cards.
Evan, I don't know about you, but I think that the momentum and the energy might be on the side of the Cardinals right now.
Yeah, we'll see Max Rocky take a seat. Heading in for him is Daniel Haber, as they're just trying to get a different look, because all of a sudden Ball State looks like they can't be touched. Machado with power. That almost hits the Jumbotron before falling back down to planet Earth. Now we're going to see Hoying. He's blocked at the net. Once again, Patrick Rogers comes in and just puts that one right back down to the floorboard.
This is playing with confidence and swagger. This is the Ball State team that, honestly, if you ask me, is one of the best teams in the country and one of the most dangerous teams in the country when they are in a groove.
When they play like this, you can't touch them. Savitsky, Lynn, and Rogers connected on a line there. They put that one down to the floor. Another timeout from head coach Dan Friend, so we'll take a quick break. Ball State all of a sudden figuring it out. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the rest of set 4. SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
Welcome back into Worthen Arena. Number 9, Ball State hosts number 14, Lewis, for the second day in a row. They won the one last night. They're down 2-1 here in set number 4, but they're leading the set 15-6. Lucas, Patrick Rogers somehow got shot out of a rocket to start set 4.
I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what changed, but out of nowhere, he's looked like a completely different player. He's had struggles early on, but now it has been the Patrick Rogers show.
Lucas Machado with a floating serve gets this one over. Far side, Rajay Aline attempts the block. Good play by Cameron Gray, gets a left paw to it. Set up by Patrick Rogers. Rajay Aline tries to find space. They can't. They dig this one up out of nowhere. Rogers tries to find space, and they can't. Now Lewis in rhythm. Try to find an offensive play. Great save by Cameron Gray, jumping out of nowhere. Now on the other side, Rajay Aline gets that one blocked out of bounds, and the Cardinals take the point. 16-6. They take a 10-point advantage.
That's heart, that's hustle, and that's winning plays by the Ball State Cardinals. You can ask for nothing more if you're head coach Donan Cruz.
Donan was fired up after that one. This team playing with some real effort here in set 4.
There were at least 3 diving plays by 3 separate Cardinals in that one volley alone.
Shout out to Cameron Gray. Looked like an acrobat at one point in there, diving about 4 feet to save a volleyball it paid dividends. The Cardinals take a 10-point lead.
That was full extension, too.
Lucas Machado, floater serve on the right side. This one kind of leaves the Flyers second-guessing a little bit. Cameron Hoying tries to free ball it over. That's going to hit the candy cane, though, and that's going to be a 6th straight point for the Cardinals. They take an 11-point advantage, 17-6 now the Ball State lead.
Hoying, the guy who has done no wrong for the Lewis Flyers tonight, finally makes his first mistake, trips up, hits that candy cane, and now he's going to be subbed out of the match.
Yeah, Cameron Hoying is going to take a quick break. Subbing in will be Nathan DeGraff, who we haven't seen at all in this series. Machado, the lefty, once again floats this one over. This one barely gets over the net. Leaves Patrick Rogers set up perfectly as it's free-balled right back over, and P. Raj gets another kill.
This is all Cardinals all day. This is the Patrick Rogers show. This is the best show in town here in Muncie.
Yeah, and we have a first-class ticket to watch it up close. Patrick Rogers having himself an evening, a Hall of Fame night for the guy. Another good serve from Machado. This one in the middle. Finally, the Flyers able to get on the board. Cole Schweitzer comes gliding in and puts it to the floorboards with a little bit of power.
That's a big play by Lewis to kind of stop the bleeding.
Daniel Haber now at the service line for the Lewis Flyers, looking to get a run going. They're going to need it. The Cardinals up big here in set 4. This is to force a set 5 potentially. Lucas Pitlack bump. Machado set. Rogers comes in, tries to hit it gracefully. They're able to save it. Machado goes cross court to Aline, who puts it down with power. Rajay Aline says, keep them coming. What a setup by Lucas Machado.
And Rajay Aline has now hit 20 kills this match.
What a play from number 7.
Well, he's our impact player for a reason. He has certainly had a big impact here tonight.
Patrick Rogers struggled earlier from the service line, but he's really turned it on as far as the kills and blocks go here in the set number 4. We'll see what he can do back there as he heads back to do the delivery. Rogers serve, a good one. This one dips into play. Set up here in the middle for Schweitzer. It's blocked and then set up by Machado. Now they go to Aline again. Aline battle at the net, is able to get it to fall. Rajay Aline gets the kill. The Cardinals are fueled right now and are really hopping and more than 20-7 is the set 4 lead.
Goodness gracious. How about that dynamic duo, Patrick Rogers setting up Rajay Aline? That's like Batman and Robin right there.
It sure is. P. Raj still serving. Throws it up in the air. Hits it with real power. I thought it stayed in. It just barely went out. Patrick Rogers with a service error. That's kind of been his Achilles heel as far as his career goes, and especially this season.
Yeah, if we're going to stick to, superheroes here, if Patrick Rogers Superman, that has been his kryptonite.
It sure has been. I believe you called him Batman, though. Can't be Batman and Superman. You know that from watching the DC Universe. Now we see Machado in rhythm. He goes to Aline. Aline touches this down as it falls out of bounds towards the left-hand side and goes into the crowd. Rajay Aline gets the kill.
I mean, this has come out of nowhere. I can't believe, and I don't think Lewis can believe what they're seeing either. I haven't seen really any trip-ups by the Ball State Cardinals here in set number 4.
You folks listening are going to have to check out Setting the Standard when this episode drops, because we'll have to see what Coach Donan said to them in the huddle, because they came out here in set 4 fired up. Now we see on this left side, number 20 just checked into the game. DeGraff goes for the kill. Blocked by Aline at the net. It's going to go over to the Cardinal side. Will Basilio free balls it over. Back row, it's saved and then gone to DeGraff. Now DeGraff, Schweitzer. Aline battling. Aline saves it for the Cardinals. Once again, free balled over. Big rally here. DeGraff comes in. Powerful left hand. Machado saves it. It's free balled right back over to them, though. DeGraff blocked at the net by Will Basilio. Now they're going to have to do something with it. Schweitzer's blocked. Machado has it. Set up here to Rajay Aline. Aline gets it over the blocks. And now it's set up in the back row, and it's going to go back over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer tries to hit it, can't keep it in bounds. Patrick Rogers lets it go. The Cardinals lead 22-8. That's just heads-up volleyball.
And that's phenomenal play at the net by the Cardinals. And Rajay Aline, he has to be tired right now because he's playing with so much heart. He's been so active, and that's a big part of why they're up 22-8.
And Lewis has subbed in a lot of new people. Tyler Willang, Daniel Haber is in there alongside DeGraff. Both of them don't play serious minutes normally. Now we see Willanga set up over for Schweitzer. He tries to get blocked, but Schweitzer's able to get the kill. Rajay Aline couldn't hit it with enough power. Good play from Cole Schweitzer. They needed a kill.
Talking about DeGraff, he hasn't played since their match against Pepperdine on the 1st of this month. And Ryan Collins hasn't played since January 14th against Roosevelt.
Yeah, we're seeing some new faces here for both of these squads. Now we're going to see Hunter Cahalan come in. No, that's Dayan Todorov. So we're seeing a couple new faces here. They're just emptying the bench. Now we see Will Patterson with the kill, set up by Machado. Easy kill for WP. 23-9 now, set forward. Ball State is rolling.
I think that's an understatement.
Rajay Aline heads to the service line.
Yes, he does. And he has had himself a night.
Yes, he has. He was on fire last night. He's been even better tonight. This one looking like it's going to go 5 sets unless Lewis is able to pull off the craziest comeback in a set 4 history. Rajay Aline, his serve good. It's bumped up in the back row and then set up for Todorov. Todorov gets it over, but it's bumped and then played to Machado. Rajay Aline finds an opening. The back row was all separated, and folks are going to get up and start dancing. The Cardinals are on set point. Looks like they're going to be forcing a 5th set.
For Rajay, that is kill number 23 tonight. He has shattered his season high. Previously, it was 17.
Rajay Aline here, set point. The senior's been getting it done all night long. Aline serve. Clears the tape, falls down, almost an ace. This one's going to be a battle at the net. It's free balled over. Cam Gray's able to bump it. Machado sets. Patterson's blocked. That's a fantastic play by Frederick Kruger-Beer. He gets the block.
Kruger-Beer has really impressed me with his play at the net. He's not the tallest player on the court. It's crazy. He's 6'9". He's still not the tallest player on the court, but he uses every inch of him to his advantage and has really been an impact player for the Flyers.
For the Flyers, Todorov goes back to do the serving. The outside hitter from Bulgaria. 24-10 Ball State lead, still set point. This one is over. It's bumped up in the air by Rogers. It's set by Machado. Back to Rogers, and he finds the space on the right side. Patrick Rogers did this set all by himself.
Mama, there goes that man. Patrick Rogers has his name written all over set number 4.
And we got set number 5 around the corner. Ball State takes set 4, 25-10. It's a top 15 matchup. It's Valentine's Day. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Don't go anywhere. SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Number 9, number 14, Ball State versus Lewis. Men's volleyball right here in Worthen Arena. We're at set number 5 of what's been a thriller. And Lucas, set number 4 was all Ball State.
It was all Ball State. It really came down to 2 players, and that is Patrick Rogers and Raji Aline. These guys were everywhere in set number 4. Raji Aline tonight has been all over the place just in general. 23 kills so far this match. And Patrick Rogers had really struggled earlier in the match, really came alive in set number 4, now finds himself at 12 kills, and he has been fantastic and is the main reason why that we're at 2 sets to 2 right now.
And Lucas, that's why Patrick Rogers is such a killer. A lot of guys, if they start slow, it's really hard for them to get going later on. Patrick Rogers at any point in a match can turn it on and take over.
Absolutely, and I said this earlier, Patrick Rogers is a guy who is rock steady and focused. He's going to be there when you need him to be, and even if he's struggling, he's going to keep his head held high, and he's going to keep trying to focus at the game and do what he can.
Folks, we got Ball State, we got Lewis. Both teams trying to get to 15 first here in set number 5. They both won 2 sets, one pretty convincingly, and then the other one was close. It's been an incredibly close matchup. Yesterday was fun. Today has been incredible. Lucas Machado will start set number 5 at the service line. The lefty gets it over the net here to start. It's going to be bumped up into the air and played to the far side for Schweitzer. Schweitzer uses 2 hands, and they're going to say he grabbed that one. The point will go to the Cardinals. Head coach Dan Friend hates that call, but I think it's the right one.
I'm going to need to take another look.
Well,
from what I saw, I didn't think that he did, but Dan Friend didn't think so either, but a lot of these Ball State fans obviously are going to say that he did.
Lucas Machado will be back at the service line. 1-0 here in set 5. Machado serve a good one. It gets back over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer uses his right hand. It's saved in the back row by Basilio. Rogers immediately went for the kill, and that was not surprising Frederick Kruger-Beer, who's able to get in there and get the kill and get the block.
And saw the replay from the play before, and yeah, he's certainly, Evan, you were right. I should have trusted you. He certainly did grab that one.
1-1 now the score thanks to the Frederick Kruger-Beer block. It's been back and forth this entire matchup. Back at the service line is Cameron Hoying.
4 aces tonight.
4 aces. This is not going to be one as Lucas Pitlack bumps it in the air. Machado sets it cross court. Aline, smart little heads-up play there from Rajay Aline. Back foot are the Flyers, but they're able to get the point. Aline tries to go with the block on Cameron Hoying, but it'll go out of bounds towards the left antenna, and the point will fall to the Flyers.
And that's a point that the Cardinals are okay with giving up, because that's just one of those unfortunate situations where you try your best, but there's nothing really more than you can do there.
They had him on the back foot for a lot of that point, but Lewis was able to make it happen. Hoying, good serve. That does not stay in, though, and that's why you have a senior leader on the court like Lucas Pitlack. He's able to get out of the way. Immediately, head coach Dan Friend goes to the challenge card and says that one stayed in. So they think that's an ace. Ball State doesn't. We'll see which one it goes to. If it stays the way they called it on the floor, it'll be 2-2. If not, it'll be 3-1 in favor of Lewis.
And it'll also be 5 aces tonight for Cameron Hoying.
That guy has a really solid right hand back there at the service line. We'll see if they throw a look up on the screen, but if they don't, Lucas, I mean, right now, the energy in this building, it's palpable. You can feel it.
I mean, it's unmatched. Yesterday, as you said, yesterday was fun. Tonight, it's really been a treat.
Immediately, that's a quick review. They're going to give it to the Cardinals, so that really wasn't that close. I think head coach Dan Friend, maybe still some frustration from the last set, a couple of calls that didn't go their way. He has an early challenge here that's unsuccessful. The Cardinals take the point.
I was extremely surprised that they did challenge in the first place, because that one seemed to be pretty clear that it was out, and it does stick that way.
2-2 the score. Little mopping on this left side of the court here for the Lewis sideline. Right now, the Cardinals on the right. They will switch back over to the left at the 6 or 7 point mark. I think it's the 7-point mark, or the 8-point mark. And they will end on the left side. Lewis will end on the right. Patrick Rogers, he struggled back there all day, but he's been fantastic offensively. We'll see what he can do with this serve. 2-2, it's all knotted up. Set 5, Rogers. Serve is powerful, but it can't stay in. Good heads-up play on the back row by Cameron Hoying to let that go. Another service error for Patrick Rogers. 2-3 the score. The Flyers take the lead.
It's just been a frustrating night for him at the service line. I mean, he's really racking up those service errors, and that's something that you don't want to do, especially when you're as good at getting aces as he is. That's 8 of them on the night.
8 service errors on the night. Now we see Schweitzer come in to do the serving. Bumped up from the back row by Pitlack. They go to Aline. Aline, that's kill number 24. He looks at his teammates and says, why not?
You know what? If you need a guy right now, who are you going to go to? You're going to go to number 7. He has been so impactful, so electric. 24 kills tonight. Rajay Aline has been everywhere.
3-3 now the score in set 5, all knotted up once again. These teams having a hard time figuring out who's going to take this one home. Braden Savitsky-Lynn comes in, does the serving. Back row, we see a good play here by Hoying. Hoying, too much power. Lucas Machado couldn't handle it, and that's a point for the Flyers.
I think Machado got in good position there, but that ball just kind of looked like a slider a little bit, just kind of going to the left more than Machado thought it was going, well, to his right more than he thought it was going to.
Left side of the court, Frederick Kruger-Beer will do the serving. The Flyers now lead 4-3. Enemy territory here at Worthen Arena. And what's been an action-packed night of volleyball. Back over, it's going to be Pitlack with the bump. Far side, they're going to go Basilio. And will Basilio find some space? 4-4.
Look at the freshman making an impact play and getting a huge point for the Cardinals in set 5 of what is a big-time MIVA opponent game.
Rajay Aline now will head to the service line. The man has 24 kills on the evening. He's hitting .538. He's been fantastic. What can he do from the line? He throws this one and he glides into the air. This is a fantastic serve, almost an ace. It's going to be free-balled over. Will Patterson at the line tries to knock it over. Now in rhythm are the Flyers. Strong hit there, but it's going to go out on the right side. Can't keep it in. I believe that was Max Rocky. So the Cardinals take the point. 5-4 now the lead.
Rocky with a huge missed opportunity there. There was a big hole on that right side of the court, and he just missed it. And you can see that, Dan Friend, his head coach, told him to calm down, settle in here. Let's keep playing volleyball the way that we want to.
Rajay Aline still in the catbird seat here doing the serving. Gets this one over the white net, but that's not even close. Whiffed on the serve. That one out to the left side. The Flyers happy to watch that one trickle over their heads. 5-5 now the score here in set 5. Now serving is Tyler Morgan, the setter for this Lewis team. Morgan pretty good at the service line. Nothing special, but he doesn't have a lot of errors on the year. Morgan's right hand gets over. Basilio bumps. Now set by Machado. Rajay Aline rises above the trees. That one's going to fall down in favor of the Flyers. They're going to take a 6-5 lead as Ball State couldn't keep it together.
Wow, what a play. Lewis bench erupts there. That's the first time that they've really gotten the best of Rajay Aline, even when they've had 3 guys trying to block him. So what a play by Lewis, and that's a big point.
Big point there for the Flyers. And a big serve here from Morgan. Bumped up in the air by Rogers. Now it's going to go cross court. Aline, he hits this one with a ton of power. It's going to go out of bounds off the Flyers. That's going to be a kill for the Cards, I think. Both teams arguing for it. They're going to give it to the Cardinals 6-6. Ball State ties it up.
That one went a long way.
Yeah, that was that was so confusing because it got hit so far backwards, but that was in favor of the Cards. Lewis seems to think that that belonged to them, but their coach is not convinced, so it is still 6-6. Back at the service line is the young freshman Will Basilio. No pressure on this guy, right? This is about as big of a matchup as you can put a freshman in.
We'll see how he handles it. Will Basilio has so much talent.
The young freshman from Canada, number 3. Tosses it in the air, glides with some prestige, gets this one over. Now it's bounced into the middle. It's Schweitzer. Schweitzer has this one bumped up, but Rajay Aline can't get over to it as Basilio tried to bump it in the air. Lewis takes the point. 7-6 now, Flyers.
And you can see just how competitive each of these players on either side are. Rajay Aline jumping over chairs. Each of these teams wants this win so badly. The competitiveness out here on this court is unfathomable.
The Cardinals want to stay undefeated in MIVA play. The Flyers don't want to fall to 1-3. Back at the line, it's number 14, Daniel Haber for the Lewis Flyers. They have a 7-6 advantage. Haber serve a good one. Knocked up in the air by Rogers. Cross court back to Rogers. Great set by Machado. Even better finish from Patrick Rogers.
I mean, it's just Patrick Rogers doing what he does, right? It's art. It's simply art. That is so much fun to watch.
The way Patrick Rogers glides through the air, it's simply elegant. Sander Pink now will check in, the 5'7" defensive specialist / libero. comes into the game to do the serving. The crowd loves it. The team loves it. They're fired up. Good float serve. Over, set up into the middle. That's Wymsicle, and he's able to get the kill. Too easy in system there, as Peter Wamaxel, is able to get the kill, and they win the 1st to 8 race as we wait to see who can get to 15 first, and they're going to switch side. Lucas, what a battle this has been.
Absolutely, and I actually really liked the move by Donald Cruz to go with Xander Pink to serve there because, you know, Xander is a guy who, as you said, he has a very, very effective float serve, and that's a safe bet, especially when you've had problems with service errors tonight. You want to go with a guy who you know is going to get it over there, is going to get it in play. So I'd like to move with Xander Pink, even though it didn't pay dividends.
Obviously, every point here in set number 5 is incredibly important, but that's one of those ones where if you give that up, it's not the end of the world. How do you feel about Patrick Rogers, though? Right now, you're at point 13-14. You feel comfortable with him back there at the line?
Yeah. I do. Personally, I do. I'm going to believe in my guys if I'm a coach, and I'm especially going to believe in my star player because Patrick Rogers was one of those guys who can step up in the big moment. So I'm going to have confidence in my best player, and that's going to hopefully distill confidence in him.
Let's talk about Rajay Aline. What has this guy not done tonight? He's been really clean at the service line. No aces, but he's been really clean. And then you talk about those kills. The dude's been playing lights out. 25 kills in the ball game.
25 kills, and he's also has an attacking percentage of .512 tonight, Evan. I mean, that is so effective. It's so efficient, and that's just exactly what the Cardinals have needed from him tonight.
Coach Cruz said when he transferred over in the offseason that this dude's one of the best players in the country. He's playing like it tonight. This looks like a team that's fired up. A couple of sets, honestly, Lucas, where they looked lethargic and slow. These last two, they've been engaged, and this is more like what we saw from set 4 yesterday and then in set 3 today. Back and forth volleyball.
And this is a Cardinals team without two of their most important players, Vanis Buchholz and Tinashe and Davos Ocheva. If the Cardinals are able to get into a groove and are at full health, they are one of the most dangerous teams in the country.
I'm glad you mentioned that. This is actually, as you mentioned, depleted Cardinals roster. No Tinashe, no Vanis, two of your better players. Some of your younger players are stepping up. You can win a top 15 matchup like this. Without those guys, you're going to be in good shape the rest of the season. Here we go. At the service line is number 13. Once again, he's been good all night back there, Tyler Walenga. Walenga's serve is a good one. Bumped up in the air by Pitlack. Set by Machado. Cross court. Rogers! Patrick Rogers finds the space.
Yeah, Patrick Rogers, I know he's really struggled at the service line tonight, but when they have gone to him for attacks, he has delivered.
Lucas Machado now heads to the line. 2 sets apiece. 8-8 here in set 5. Ball State won yesterday. It's a Friday night classic here in Worthen. Machado, the southpaw, throws it in the air, gets this one over, goes with the float serve this time, kind of a knuckleball. Now it's going to go back over. It's Schweitzer. Schweitzer has this one played very well by Will Basilio on the back row. Machado, left side. Rogers just taps it over. Can't get it to fall. Now we see Hoying, and once again, this guy, Cameron Hoying, when he hits it, Lucas, he hits it with power.
And I'm so surprised that we didn't see a lot of him last night and that he really hasn't played a lot this season. Just coming in with 9 sets played coming into tonight. I mean, this guy needs to get more playing time. He's been electric, splitting the defense that time and getting his team the lead here in set number 5.
Maybe he's a liability defensively, but I got to tell you, at the service line, he has 4 aces tonight, which is unheard of, and then he has 6 kills to go along with it. It feels like every time that this guy has green grass in front of him, if you would, he's got plenty of daylight. There's no way you're getting to that volleyball.
Absolutely, and I mean, this is a guy, he's a redshirt freshman coming out of high school. He was a 3-time All-State recognition, so they know that the talent is there. Right now, I think he's showing it off, and this is his coming out party.
This is his coming out party. I mean, this guy is, for lack of a better term, hooping right now. But so far, I got to be honest, Lucas, I'm impressed with the way both these teams are able to go back and forth. Neither of them in this 4th set able to take that edge. We saw it earlier in the match. Set number 1, the Cardinals were able to pull away after it was close early. Set 3, it was the opposite. It was the Flyers who were able to pull away. And then here, they're staying right neck and neck.
And I really, really love to see that Lewis was able to bounce back after just being, well, frankly demolished in set 4 by the Cardinals. And it's really been giving a treat to the fans here in Worthen Arena on Valentine's Day. This has been a thriller.
It has been. I mean, you can't talk about a more fun matchup than this one. Both of these teams coming back over from their respective sidelines after the timeout. Coach Donald Cruz fired up, trying to get his guys fired up. Lucas Pitlack, Will Basilio, Patrick Rogers, Lucas Machado, Braden Savitsky-Lynn and Rajay Aline, the guys on the court. On the other side, Cameron Hoying, who just got the strong kill for Lewis, will be doing the serving. This guy's been dangerous back there. He has 4 aces tonight. 9-5, the Flyers lead, set 5. Second day of a doubleheader matchup. Good serve from Hoying, bumped by Rogers, set by Machado, cross over to Aline. Aline with the left hand, gets it to fall. Rajay Aline, crafty on that occasion.
I mean, the opposite hand kill. What a play by Rajay Aline. He can do it with his right, he can do it with his left, he can do it in any set. Rajay Aline has had himself by far the best match in his Ball State career.
We're once again knotted up at 9. It's Patrick Rogers. He struggled from the line. He's able to get this one over a safer serve. Now we see it set up in the middle. Schweitzer with the strong hit, and I believe that's actually Frederick Kruger-Beer getting the kill there. Cam Gray couldn't get to it. The Flyers once again take the point, 10-9.
And you could, Cam Gray is extremely upset with himself right there. Thought that he should have been able to get to that one. And the Lewis Flyers catch a little bit of a break, get a point, take the lead. Set number 5. Evan, this has just been so exciting.
Cole Schweitzer at the line. Here's his delivery. Lucas Pitlack, that's an error where you just can't have it. Pitlack couldn't get to it. Will Basilio tries to save it. And that's something you don't expect out of your 5th-year senior.
No, you don't. And Basilio, glad to see a smile on his face. He took a hard tumble into that scorer's table over there.
The ace for Cole Schweitzer. Basilio's all right. A quick timeout here from head coach Donan Cruz as they want to get everything figured out. Lucas, that's a crucial mistake there from Lucas Pitlack. All of a sudden it goes from being back and forth 1 point to all of that crucial 2-point advantage. You got to win by 2 here in set number 5, just like in any set. That could be the difference.
And for the Cardinals, you don't want that to be the difference, because if that were the case, then you're giving away the match in that sense. You want to have the other team beat you and not you beat yourself.
Yeah, that was just simply an error there from Lucas Pitlack. He's been really good tonight, especially at spotting when those balls are going to go out of bounds. He's resulted in several different service errors for the other team that a lot of players not as experienced as him would have tried to go for. But here with about 30 seconds remaining in the timeout, what does Ball State need to do coming out of this timeout to get that energy back, get that set 4 vibe back, and take away set 5 from the Lewis Flyers?
I think it's simple. I think you find your star. Find what has worked for you tonight and stick with it. You find number 7.
Simple strategy there from Lucas Thatcher. Get the ball to Rajay Aline. Aline lines up on the right side. Patrick Rogers will line up on the left. Those two have been the double-headed Hydra, or the double-headed ace. I guess a Hydra has 3 heads. You could throw Machado in there as the guy setting them up. But those 3 guys are going to need to make a play here in set number 5. Will Basilio checking on his hand. Looks like he's okay. Talk about a tough young guy. The freshman playing a great game.
Yeah, he has, especially since he's had to step up last night and tonight with the Tinashe Ndavazocheva injury. And, man, he has been so impactful when he's been in the game, starting tonight. And I'm really glad to see that this young man has some guts to be out here, and he's able to keep up with these older players.
Yes, he is. We still see getting some hand work over there is Will Basilio, still kind of getting his hand looked at. Looks like they're just putting a little blood. Maybe had a little blood on that left thumb. Just making sure that they get that to stop bleeding, because you don't want to get blood on the volleyball, but it looks like he's totally okay and going to be ready to play. Just waiting on that now, but Rajay Aline, he's stretching, he's ready to go. This is where killers play, Lucas. This is where it matters. If you got it in you, this is where it matters. It looks like they're looking over at their bench now. They might have to sub out Basilio. If they do, they will go with Ryan Bartz, it looks like, is who they just went and talked to. So we'll see. I'm not 100% sure what's happening yet. Still waiting on it. Bartz is warming up a little bit. He hasn't played all game. This would be a big situation to put a guy in like Ryan Bartz, who hasn't played the entire matchup.
Yeah, Bart's an interesting guy. Evan, did you know that his dream job is to be a zookeeper?
I mean, I don't blame him. Being a zookeeper does sound awesome. They're kind of still working on Basilio's hand. They put tape on it. But he's going to stick through it. So Will Basilio stays on the court. 11-9, the Lewis Flyers lead. Worthen Arena needs to make some noise for their Cardinals. They're down 2 here in a crucial set 5. They want to take both games of this season series against Lewis. They're going to need a big rally here. Cole Schweitzer, back left corner right by his Lewis bench. Throws it up and hits it with his right hand. Bumped in the air by Pitlack. Set up by Machado. In the middle, Braden Savitsky-Lynn. Good hit, but an even better dig from the libero. And then a block by Aline and Savitsky-Lynn. Bad hit from Basilio. It goes back to the Cardinals side. Lucas Pitlack hits it up. Back to Machado. Rajay Aline gets blocked at the net. Machado once again sets it up. Now it's Pitlack, bump set. Will Basilio hits it really softly with the right hand. In rhythm now are the Flyers. It's going to go over to Machado. Machado hits it up with two hands. Back over to Aline. Aline times his jump. That's blocked at the net, but it goes out of bounds, and the Cardinals will take the point.
That's a big point for the Cardinals, and wow, Evan, the competition right now is so high. The moment is huge, and the best players are going to come out on top when the moment is this big. Right now, the Cardinals deliver when they need to.
Braden Savitsky-Lynn, number 19, now will head back to the service line. He has an ace tonight. The middle blocker's been pretty good. He's been quiet in this set. We'll see if he can make his presence known. Looks like we're going to have a challenge potentially by head coach Dan Friend. They're going to look at something. So the officials will head over to the monitors. Potentially challenging a Cardinal in the net on the last play, or I don't know if they saw like too many hits. We'll have to wait and see. Right now the point would be point number 10 for the Cardinals, point 11 for the Flyers. In these kind of matchups, Lucas, when it's this close, this could be a potential 3-point swing.
Absolutely, and this I like the move here by Dan Friend. There's not a lot of time left in this game. You still have 2 timeouts left. Might as well take a look at this past point and see if you can just maybe get one going towards your way.
Yeah, if you can get a freebie without even playing volleyball, you never hate it.
Absolutely.
Here's the review. Here's the decision. He goes over to the head scores table. He goes and reports it. We're still waiting on who he's pointing at. See who he gives the point to. He still rules it with the Cardinals, so that's huge for the Cards. They'll head back to the service line. It'll still be Braden Savitsky-Lynn. It's 11-10. Ball State trails by 1, set number 5. The ESL, they call him, has a powerful right hand. The referee blows his whistle. Savitsky-Lynn throws it in the air and gets this one over the net. It's bumped up in the back row by Schweitzer. It's played to the middle, and once again, Frederick Kruger-Beer comes sliding in behind his setter. Strong kill.
He's had a few big moments here tonight, and right there, executing the plan perfectly. There was a hole in the defense for the Cards, and Kruger-Beer able to take advantage.
If you're head coach Donan Cruz and you needed a little energy from your guys, this is the time of the game where you want to see it. There is no other opportunity quite like right now. Now coming into the game to do the serving is Brendan Hom. He cannot get it over, and that's exactly what you needed if you're Ball State. A service error from a guy who hasn't played the whole game. The opposite side, Brendan Hom, the redshirt freshman, hasn't played in this entire series. That's a crucial service error. Rajay Aline now will head to the service line for the Cardinals. This could be a potential 2-point swing if things go the way Ball State wants. A lot of tension here in Worthen.
Rajay's got to get this over the net.
Got to get it over the net. You can't have a service error. Aline gets it over the white tape. Good dip serve. This one into the middle. Cam Gray can't get to it, and that's a pretty good kill. I believe once again that looked like number 18, Peter Womaxel, able to get that one.
A little surprising, Cam Gray just kind of caught in his back foot there, which is a little surprising because usually he is so rock solid defensively.
Tyler Morgan at the service line for Lewis. They take a 2-point advantage again. That all-important 2-point advantage to win by 2 to 15. His serve, a good one. Machado sets up Will Patterson. That's blocked out of bounds. The Cardinals now just trail by 1. Lucas Machado with a heads-up set. Will Basilio now heads to the service line. Machado landed a little funky there, but he's all right. The setter did a good job of setting up his middle blocker. That one went out of bounds.
Basilio with that left hand taped up.
13-12 now. The Flyers still lead by 1. The Cardinals serve. Set number 5. Basilio, great serve. This one gets over. It goes into the middle. Far side, they're going to go to Hoying. That's just good, smart volleyball. Cameron Hoying's been hitting it hard the entire game. He barely taps that one, finds the center of the court. No Cardinals in the area. Now the Flyers are just 1 point away from taking away match number 2 here in Worthen Arena and stunning the Cardinals at home.
Calm, cool, and collected. Making the right play at the right time. Cameron Hoying, nothing better that he could have done right there.
It's been an incredible volleyball match, and it could end here. Back there is Max Rocky. Rocky with the serve. Patrick Rogers with the bump. This is a free one for Hoying, and Cameron Hoying ends the game on a rough play from Patrick Rogers. He spikes it to the floor, and the Lewis Flyers, who lost yesterday, are going to take this one in a 5-set thriller at Worthen.
What a delight it was to be here for this one. Evan, we expected nothing less. This was just such an exciting match the entire way. There were times when both teams had complete momentum and control of the game, and then there were times when it was back and forth the entire way. What a treat, what a delight, what a way to spend Valentine's Day.
Could not have asked for a better game. Yesterday was a fantastic four-setter, but today was a fabulous five-setter. What a job by the Cardinals. They had a great fourth set, a great first set, but you got to give a lot of credit to the visiting Lewis Flyers. They battled back the entire day. They were never out of it, and they were able to get the win. Lucas, if you got to look back and pick a moment where the Cardinals lost this one, or a moment, rather, where the Flyers won this one, how were they able to get the job done?
Well, the Flyers, you know, the hitting percentage did not look great for Lewis tonight. 208 compared to Ball State's 393, but where they had the advantage all night long was in the service errors department. Ball State had 19, Lewis had 12, and Ball State had a couple of costly ones that were not in the best times. So if you're going to look at the service line and say that that was, you know, the key in this matchup tonight, then I would not disagree with you.
Lucas, what a night it's been. What a doubleheader it's been. Such a pleasure calling these games with you. The Ball State Cardinals, ranked number 9, fall at home to the visiting number 14 Lewis Flyers. This has been a presentation of SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.